cards. And there we are. Good live. Good live. Good morning. I can't even speak English today. How you guys doing? Good morning, everybody. Jazz got a new name. Look at that. How you doing? I, for some reason, managed to sit down here without my notepad, and so I can't take notes. Arrgh. So, good morning, everybody. This is the Architecture of Tarot podcast. We are broadcasting live from Rio, Quebec, Canada. And we do this every Tuesday morning, 9 till noon. Unless something else comes up that will disrupt such things, which may happen next week because it's Canada Day celebrations, and my daddy's coming to visit for a day or so, and I don't know how long he's staying. So if he's here, I won't be going live. So I'm going to do my first rebroadcast next week. And if you have any requests for a particular episode you'd like to see replayed, let me know. All right, so we got all our regulars in here early this morning. Look at this, Jazz pops in right off the top. I'm gonna drop the link in the live, so if you guys want to come on live, you can come into the studio. Is it post in there? It'll post in either place, won't it? There we go. All right. Trying to perfect my setup. It's way too dark in here. I need way more lights for you guys. So, all right, we're going to start with Jazz this morning. If Jazz can find her way into the background. And Ninja Mama's going to stay in chat when it's her turn. I did get the notebook, didn't I? So, all right, we are going to start. We're going to start with Jazz this morning. Let's see what order you guys come in this morning. Oh, can I do it fairly that way? Jazz come in, then Ninja Mama, then Amanda. And then Triva. Yes. In exactly that order. You guys are amazing. It's like, it's almost like you like me or something. That's just the cards. They say things to you that you like to hear, I guess. You like the nails? This is the first time I went with pointy nails, you guys. I tried to wear them once before. Are they cool? They're great. I'm not liking this setup this morning, you guys. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm sitting in the dark here talking to you guys. And there's right now not much I can do about it. Maybe if I was over here, was this better light? What do you think? I can't tell. It's better light, isn't it? If I was here. But I got no way to set it up like that. So you get to suffer. I'll try and sit like this so you get as best a light as I can give you. How's that? It is what it is. Do I even have speakers attached to this thing? Am I going to be able to hear you when we go live? Oh boy, I hope so, because I need a speaker, don't I? Speaker, yeah, clause. Hello, Rachel. Good morning to you. All right. So Jazz is sitting. Yes. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with Jazz, because I already said we're going to start with Jazz. And we'll see where we go from there. Alrighty. And let's see if we can get some new people reading today. I'm going to start a new process as soon as I get a chance to set up the code for it on my website at PsychicTarot.ca, where you will book what time I'm going to read for you. And then I will do like 15-minute blocks for everybody. And you'll have a set time that your appointment is at. Hopefully that will work for you guys. And if it doesn't, let me know. But we'll see where it goes. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, or send me a message if you got more to say that you don't want to put in the comments. But I would love to hear it. I'm doing this for you guys, so I'd like to know how you think this should appear. And I know you need way more lights on the situation. How's my volume this morning, you guys? Because I know that this mic is playing funny when it's sitting sideways like that. All right. So here we go. Jazz, we're going to bring you, it helps if I bring you on live, doesn't it? All right, you guys ready? Here comes our friend Jazz. Say good morning.
Good morning, buddy.
Oh, I can hear you. Yay. Good. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to at all. I don't even know if I can turn it up. So you won't get much feedback out of me this morning, huh?
I can hear you just fine. Maybe.
Oh, I can barely hear you. So you guys, when you talk to me this morning, make sure you speak up real clear so I can hear you. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go fetch a speaker somewhere, and I don't know where to look for one yet. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Jazzy. Woo! Page of coins. What is this? This is new. What did you do? What did you create? What seed are you about to plant? What seed do you want to plant that you're afraid that will break up your happy family if it succeeds? And why are you so afraid to succeed? What is this?
I don't know. I have whatever I must be creating. I don't exactly know what I'm creating, but I finally I guess I've been, since I'm living here with my family, I kind of finally had it with my dad because we got into this argument because I was doing some tarot myself on Sunday. I wasn't live streaming, but I was doing tarot, and then I don't know, he's not so open to the idea, and then he was yelling stupid things to me. He was like, voodoo, 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 and I'm like, I'm not doing voodoo, Dad. I'm doing voodoo.
Oh boy.
So that was fun.
No, that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun at all. Take a deep breath. Okay. Now ask your dad what he's afraid of. Seriously. Do you feel the truth in my question?
I think he truly just needs to get open to the idea and not
Why?
He's just closed off.
Think about it. Why doesn't he want to know what you are doing? You're revealing people's inner light and central core of power to them, right? Is that not how you feel? That's what you're doing?
Yes, that's what I'm exactly doing. Revealing what people truly need to know.
Right. So his meat suit is going to do exactly what your meat suit used to do, which is prevent him from getting into that light, because if he gets into that light, his meat suit has to die. Do you understand?
Oh yeah.
That's the base.
It's like the death card. His meat suit has to have a death. His ego and everything has to have a death.
That's right. And his ego knows this. This is part of the contract that we signed into when we decided we were going to come into these meat suit splinters. Okay. We were going to forget who we are and the power that we have, because we were going to master this game. We were going to see what we could do with whatever parameters were thrown at us. Do you get that?
Yes.
Inherently, true or false, we also know where our base power comes from, as long as we don't turn our eye against it. True or false?
True.
Right. So what is your dad doing every time he says you shouldn't be doing that voodoo?
Well, he does opposite. He doesn't go to church. He always drinks, which that makes him so closed off.
Yeah. So he thinks you're doing some spooky spiritual thing that he think is hocus pocus, that he doesn't believe in, but he believes in it long enough for him to know that it's a bad thing. Does that make sense to you?
Makes sense to me. That's just like my cousin's on his side. My cousin, I went to church with her, and then I don't know why she was praying over me, saying, I haven't told her that I'm a psychic, I haven't told her that I'm psychic, but she's like, don't believe anything in the psychics that tell you stuff. And I'm like, I felt like telling her, I was like, I'm not gonna tell you that I'm psychic. Like, I'm not gonna get in your face and tell you that I'm psychic. But I'm like, that's your thing. I can't change their opinions and be all like, I actually am psychic and I can tell you all this stuff.
Well, you don't have to. That would be giving away your own humility. Here's the beauty of it. Do you believe that if everybody were to get into total alignment with themselves, that they would feel this same power, knowledge, and completion that you and I feel?
Yes, they would
Yeah.
feel
Do you
completed.
feel that it is necessary for us to tell them where to find that, or that they are capable,
No,
fully capable of finding it all by themselves?
they had their own journey, so they have to find themselves, not with
That's
me.
right. So here's the fun part. Here's where your grace comes in, especially when it comes to your dad. First thing you say to your dad is, not sure what it is that you've decided you don't believe in, Dad, but this is quantum physics at its very basic form. And if I understood quantum physics, I could explain it to you. But they're working on and explaining it in the physics field, right?
Okay.
Everybody's got
Mhm.
this. Yes?
Yes, everybody's
Your
got this.
dad too. Every time your dad clicks and does his whatever magic it is that he makes in his world, and he is turned on and he is all that in a bag of chips, he's doing exactly internally what we are trying to teach people to do using these crazy pictured painted cards. You get
Yes,
that? All right. Is
yes,
that hard to explain to him?
no,
That takes your power, right? So your challenge then is to stay in your power, stay in your knowledge, right? Like this is you get to be the prodigal son here in your experience here, because you have walked back through that ego inception, because you have found that personal power, because you have committed to yourself and locking into that personal. Because frankly, I said to somebody once, here, you know why I like to be in alignment? Because when I'm in alignment, I'm not bouncing off of walls. And I spent way too many years bouncing off of walls, knowing that I didn't have to bounce off walls.
that's true.
You
Or
get it?
be
You say to,
lost in control.
yes.
I'm in
And
alignment.
he must see the new control in yourself that you have found,
True.
right? Is that what scares him? That you're
I
suddenly
think so.
not what?
I think that's true. It scares him how powerful I am and how more open to spirits I am.
Right? Like he is seeing a completely different person in you, like almost to the point of going, oh my God, she's possessed. It's like a demon has taken over her body. And in true fact, a demon has, except that demon's name in this splinter suit is Jazz.
Exactly.
Right? So
Mhm.
this is just, is it, you could do what women have done for hundreds of thousands of years and take your personal power and your ability to come into full contact with it cleanly and read it the way that it wants to be heard and felt, right? You can
Mhm.
take the cards away, you could throw them away. You could do it in secret. You could pretend not to do it. Or you could explain to Dad, listen, there is something quantumly, scientifically perfect about me becoming the best me that I can be. And I can't possibly explain this to you, but these cards are helping. You think he'd
Yes.
get that much?
He I just have to I think
Right?
he would if I tell him how the cards are like a mirror to your soul and be like, okay, this is what's going on in your
You're
soul.
getting too woo-woo for him. Right?
Oh
He
yeah.
didn't care about the soul. He didn't believe in the soul. Do you get that?
Oh yeah.
He's
Oh
very
yeah. He
scientific. He's
doesn't.
very ipso facto, your dad. He didn't care about the
Yeah.
woo-woo spirits.
Yeah.
He long ago decided that those spirits do not exist. For whatever reason
True.
inside of his head, they do not exist. He got angry at God at some point, so God cannot
Yeah.
exist in any shape or form. You get that?
Yes.
All right. So you discovering a God, in spite of the fact that it's you that you've discovered, is an issue for him. Do you get that?
Yes.
There isn't a God. There isn't an extra spirit. There isn't something special
It's
or
me.
something wonderful. Right? What you've discovered
Yes.
is your center of power. You. This is
Me.
me.
This is who I am.
That's right. And this is how I stay in control of myself, Dad. I'm using these cards to teach myself how to maintain my power so that I don't succumb to my neurodiversity, because I'm real good at succumbing to my neurodiversity.
Yes.
And everybody around you who's used to succumbing to your neurodiversity is expecting you to be neurodiverse. Do you get that?
Yes.
So your 23, 24 years that you have accumulated with all of these people that you know personally, meet suit day to day, and have known all these years, are going to look at the change in you and go, what the hell is going on there? Because you're not the same person you were 3 weeks ago.
Exactly. I'm not. I totally know this transformation, like the death card Scorpio, that I'm transforming, and everybody else can see it, but I'm not going to be the one to explain. I'm not going to be the one to explain it to everybody. Just be like, let them know that I changed, but in silence.
Yeah. Right. It's just don't worry about what they, right. It's, my mom used to say to me, it's none of your business what other people think of you. That includes your mother and father. You got it?
I have to get that part of not letting my mother and father understand. I just have to like understand it.
Yeah. Right. And it's Dad, I know you think it's woo, but I'm enjoying it. It's fun. And I'm starting to make some money at it.
Yes.
So, leave over. I'm not doing anything illegal. And, lots of people do this for a living. And you can mention Mary Greer. You can mention Rachel Pollack. You say, Dad, if I get really good at this, maybe I'll write a book and I'll become a famous author. Who knows where this is going to go? But right now, this interests me. I'm good at it. I want to get better at it. And I have something that these cards seem to want me. I have something in me that wants to use these cards to share something of me with the world. See that?
Yes.
If you came in and said, Dad, I want to go to med school, how would he react?
Well, basically, I remember telling my mom and brother and dad, they don't fully understand. My mom understands me, but my dad and brother will be like, you can't go to med school. You have to study. And I remember one time I did get like a med book to like study. They're like, you have to actually go into classes at college. And I'm like, I know. They're like, you just can't become a doctor with a day. And I'm like, I know it takes more than 4 years for me, but longer since I'm
right.
Learning challenges. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, they already have you. You're in a box. You step outside of that box, you're going to rattle them.
Yeah.
Right. The second that, see, we as human beings, I got to keep an eye on the time. We as human beings look at other human beings, and we see right off the top, the very, very beginning, we see the meat suit that they have put together that they want us to see. Right. That's who they think they want us to see, is who they present to us. So we go, okay, True. All right, I see you. This is who you are. And the second that they do something outside of that we go, hey, that's not like you. You get it? They're doing something different.
That's what my brain was doing to a person a couple of weeks ago. I was like, this is not the same person. I'm like, what is going on with this person?
Right? So it's like people don't like change. People like things to be just so all day, every day. They don't like things to be different. They don't have to like to adjust themselves to suit other people, because we're very we like to tell people, oh, don't be selfish. Being selfish is bad for the world. No, dude, me being selfish is bad for you. You being selfish seems to be the way of the world, but if I'm being selfish, I'm doing it to deliberately disrupt you. You get it? And
that's true.
We all come from that center of, well, I'm being selfish. I shouldn't be selfish. Being selfish is bad, except that we're all selfish. That's how we survive in this world.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if we aren't selfish, right? If we don't take care of ourselves first, then what good are we to anybody else?
True.
Yeah. It's like they say on an airplane, right?
Of ourselves to everybody else.
right? It's well, you get on an airplane and those airbags come down. They say, yeah, you put your own mask on first, then put the mask on your kids.
And then jump out of the plane if the plane,
Well,
I don't know, lights up and stuff. Or like,
frankly, I'm not the
blows up
type to
in
jump
flames.
out of a perfectly good
Yeah.
airplane, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But people do that. But if you get into an emergency situation, in first aid, they teach you make sure that your security is secured first, then treat the patient. It's the first thing. Make sure that the site is safe to treat the patient. If not, you have to figure out a way to safely get the patient out of the space, right? But you have to be
Yes.
safe first, and that is absolutely key. So your challenge is to become the you that you are becoming, to do the things that you choose to do in your existence, and to do it with personal strength, personal power, and do it kindly with grace, but unapologetically. Do you get it? There is nothing
Yes.
wrong with reading tarot cards any more than there is wrong with somebody picking up a rosary bead and doing
Oh yeah.
Right?
Going to the rosary or doing prayers
know.
a different way.
Yeah. Right? They're all roads lead to Rome.
Yes.
Make it about money for your dad and he'll understand it.
Oh yeah. Soon enough I'll be able to create my own website and have people be like schedule appointments like your website.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I can help you with that because websites are fascinating things. You can spend a fortune on nothing if you let them.
True.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that, especially. I mean, you could go. Some of what I have seen people spend on websites. What I have spent myself on websites. People who think they know what they're doing, only to learn that they don't even know as much as I know.
That's true.
So you have to keep an eye on your own details, not everybody else's details. You know what I mean?
True.
So when something like this comes up, especially with dad, and you look at it and you go, okay, this is disrupting my family harmony. This is dad's looking down on me suddenly, right? Which is how you felt at the time.
Yeah.
And understand that he wasn't looking down on you, honey. He was looking up.
Oh yeah, he was looking up. I guess I have to notice that.
Did you catch the nuance there? He
Yes.
wasn't afraid. He's looking at you and seeing, does he not? There's a conversation to have with him, right? Go, Dad,
yes.
Listen, do you see that I am more in control, more calm, more myself than I have ever been my whole life?
Yes.
And ask him why that disrupts him or why that seems to disrupt him. And he won't know. He won't even realize that he's been any different towards you.
True.
Okay. And, you may have been fearful and whatever your whole life, but you need to be able to stand. Your challenge is to stand in the power and know that at this very moment, it is 9:25 a.m., but you, Jazz, are not the same woman that came in here at 9 a.m. Do you feel that?
I'm a different woman.
Yeah. And you're always going to, because you get to always choose who you are all day, every moment. And my goal is to talk you into making your meat suit, get on board with your heart suit, put the two together and become the best you that you can be in spite of everybody. And that includes the people who love you most in your life.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then I got news with that guy. He texted me the other day and he was all like, I think you're really knowledgeable and smart. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting that from him.
To get the idea, right? This is
Yes.
how this is. So this is how, but it's definitely, it's a conversation to sit down with your dad when he's in a good mood, when you're in a good mood and it's comfortable space and you can sit down and go, Dad, I got to talk to you about my tarot cards. Cause this is, you thinking they're all woo and stuff is all one thing, but this is a fountain of, this is a font of future wealth for me. And I think I can actually make a living in this industry,
That's
and
true.
you can cite people, famous people in this field who
Yes.
make a living off of tarot. I could quite comfortably make a living off of tarot if I weren't busy doing the Pepper Master thing.
That's true.
Right. And not because I'm not out here trying to convince anybody or talk anybody into doing anything that they don't want to do, or pretend to them that there's some God that they don't believe exists. Right. If you got a
True.
God, I'm going to work with that God, because this is your meat suit that I'm working with. And he has to appreciate that, yes, we are both meat suits, that he's a spirit inside of there who his own
Yes.
meat suit may or may not care to acknowledge. And he
True.
is
In
just as
denial.
big and bright as shiny as you are. And his spirit, looking at what your spirit is doing and not trusting your spirit to take care of you, says more about him than it does about you, right? So there's a
True.
conversation that you can have that gets him on board for allowing you to have your full power. Right? He doesn't need to
Yes.
pick you up. He doesn't need to protect you. He doesn't need to clothe you, feed you, do all these things, because
Exactly.
you can do these things for yourself.
I can do all that by myself.
Yeah. Right. So there's like elements of that conversation that need to happen between you and your dad, so that he sees you as you are, not who as he has boxed you. You get it?
True.
Like, do you see him as a growing, changing person?
Now that he has a new job, yes, I see him as a growing, changing person. But before, I try to understand him so much. I'm like, I'm trying to feel what it's like to be in his shoes, and I'm like, I do not want to feel that power of his negativity, because his meat suit's very negative and grumpy and moody, and I'm like, I do not want to turn into him.
Exactly. Exactly. So somebody who is very mechanical, like your dad is, would look at that sort of option or that choice of, being, and think, well, you can think that all you like, but life is not like that. And
Yeah,
I beg to differ. Life is like that the second you choose to live
exactly.
your life like that. If you want to live in the negativity, you can very easily, very powerfully live all day, every day in the negative. And you can be blissfully happy living in the negative. My mother did it for over 70 years. Okay.
How
Or
did
you
she
can
live?
let go, or
How
you can,
long did she live until? Is she still alive?
no, she died 3 years ago. So she's
Okay.
blissfully happy now. She knows
Okay.
the difference now, I like to think. You get it? Right?
Okay. Yes.
When we die, everything that we don't currently know, we suddenly know everything once we absorbed back into our whole complete energetic self. You
My
follow
my
that?
mom always says, I always tell her, like, when I get messages from my relatives or who will pass over, I always say that I finally told her, I think I'm proud of myself. I don't need their acceptance. They always will love me no matter what. I'd never mess up in their eyes. I
There
was
you
the
go.
one, my ego was telling me, you're messing up. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. They're probably looking down on you saying, we don't love you. You need to do this, like give a peace offering. I'm like, they're not gods. They're just other
They're just
family
people.
members.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. You got it. Exactly. So yeah, that's how you do it. And the more energy you give, the more power that you give to yourself, the better. Right? And
Yes.
allowing his thought that what you're doing doesn't make sense for him to disrupt how much sense it makes for you is giving your power away. Do you get it? Like,
Yes.
you catch me? Like, if you were hanging around with bad people and you're drinking and doing drugs or
Oh
doing
yeah.
shit like that, I could see him going, I'm not so sure I like what you're doing. But you're not. You're doing something educational.
Exactly.
You're doing something helpful and kind and fun. I mean, well, you've got to learn what you are going to learn about running your own business with this tarot thing is what he should be seeing, not the woo-woo of the cards. Do you get it?
Oh yeah.
You go,
Mm-hmm.
Dad, this isn't about the woo. There's something about an ability to read the cards and tell people what they already know about themselves that they will throw money at you for. And it's a good business and it's an honest living. And I know a bunch of people who do this for a living, who've been doing it for decades. Okay. And this is my, I could have been a brain surgeon, but I couldn't sit in the classroom. This doesn't require me to sit in a classroom. The trees and the birds are my teachers.
Yes. But I have a question. So, like, since you've been a psychic your whole life, how do you ward off the bad spirits? Because that's the one thing I'm not good at. Like, I let
That's
those
the
other
easiest.
spirits come into me
Yeah.
and be like,
So stop
okay.
it. Stop
Okay.
it. No, listen, just seriously, think about the truth of this. Why are you seeing those spirits as bad spirits or negative spirits? If they're you, how are they negative? It's
That's true.
contrast.
They're not negative.
You're choosing to make it negative.
That's true.
Do you see it? So if you can, who was it? It wasn't Eckhart Tolle, but it was one of those guys. And he said to me, pardon me, sorry guys, I gotta turn this off. There we go. And he said to me, what was I talking about? Phone disrupted me. How sorry. I do apologize for that.
Something about Eckhart Tolle or one of the book authors was telling you something about, like, you were talking about don't let the negative spirits become you.
Yeah. Okay. So people are the same as places and things. Okay. And something happens or a person is there. We immediately look at whatever it is and we go to our first opinion of whatever it is that we see.
Yes.
Okay. With our family, we get repeated versions of this is who I am, 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 this. And over the 24 years you've been with your dad, you have developed a very specific picture of who your dad is.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And if he turned around tomorrow and did something so completely out of character that your head spinned around and you went, who are you and what are you doing? Right?
Exactly.
Okay. So that's what he sees.
Okay. Oh, he's seeing my new mirror myself and be like, what the hell are you doing? What's this?
Like
I don't understand.
Wait a minute. You're behaving like you were never bouncing off walls your whole life. That you have never had neurodivergent difficulties any day, all day, your entire life. And all of a sudden you are behaving like you have none. Is because you feel like you have none. Do you see the difference for yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he needs to get on board for the fact that, yes, Dad, I'm neurodivergent, but I have found the power, the control, the calm, the humility, the everything you have been telling me to be my whole life. I have found, and you are balking at it because you don't like it. And that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? He is seeing something that doesn't make sense. And especially because we're talking about somebody who is, I don't know if he's anti-religious, but he's certainly not a religious man.
He does not go to church at all. And every time I tell him I go to church, he's like, why are you going to church? And like, he tells me, what's the church you go to? And I said, is Christians. And he's all like, oh, well, I think when he was younger, he got raised up in the Catholic Church. So he's like, they're doing different things, and then every time I tell him that I'm going with my cousin, he's all like, "Are you?"
Your dad's a recovering Catholic.
He's all like, "Ugh."
Okay.
Just
So
disgusting.
your dad's got to be give or take maybe a little younger than me, but he's got to be my age. The Catholic Church has a very, very long history of Ninja Mama Bear used the word pig-headed in reference to somebody else, but it works in reference to the church. The church believes that they are the be all and the end all. The Catholic Church believes that the priest is actually the voice of God embodied on the earth. And so when you are raised in that environment, it's like you are being forced into this little box from the very get-go, and the box doesn't make any sense to the entirety of the congregation, yet the congregation is going to shove themselves all into that box anyway, precisely for the sole reason because the Catholic Bible says that what the priest says is sacrosanct.
Yes.
Right? And it doesn't matter if the priest does 100,000 things that are against the rules of his own same damn book. We are still supposed to treat that priest as if he's sacrosanct. So I can appreciate and understand wholeheartedly why your dad has a hard-on against the church. But you've already discovered that the church is no more a single thing than a human being is a single thing. We are all individuals. We all have different thoughts, there is no way that two people taste chocolate ice cream the same.
Exactly. One can taste it and be like, it's minty. The other one can be like, no, this is dark chocolate.
It tastes like tobacco or
sweet.
Whatever, right?
It tastes like rice or something.
Yeah. So it's Dad, you can think this is woo until you blue in the face, but I would appreciate it if you wouldn't denigrate what could potentially be my professional career. Yeah. If I decided to become a brain surgeon, would you give me this much grief?
No, I would agree with you and be like, okay, this is what a brain surgeon does. They know what they're talking about. They're not gonna fool you and be like, okay, just give me thousands of dollars and I'll jack up your brain and you'll become a quadriplegic.
Yeah. So right. So your challenge is to give him his grace when you're clashing with him like that. And it's because they believe it's evil. It's the Catholic Church has decided to teach the world that there is good and there is evil. Dude, if there is evil in this world, it is embodied in the current president of the United States. Yet,
don't they see that the insane of himself?
No, they don't see it. That's what I'm saying. Awful. They are so trapped in their ego inception that they do not see themselves. How could they possibly see who any of the rest of us actually are? Or where any of us are. So we pick and choose what we see in society, what we see in reality, and we go, oh yeah, that fits for me. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to use that. That's going to become a part of me. I'm going to use that, and it's going to be part of my personality. You get that?
Yes.
And that is the reality of the meat suit growing up, right? We go, ooh, look, toes. What are those for? Ooh, oh, they're a part of me.
Fingers.
When babies discover fingers, oh my, and that they have control over them. So fun to watch a human body discover that it has autonomy and control over itself. There's a conversation to bring it home for him. Go, Dad, when I first got up and started, how old were you when your family discovered that you were neurodivergent?
So what happened is we never went to the doctors to get me actually. I think when I got diagnosed with it, I got an IEP when I was in kindergarten or first grade. So all my teachers could see it. Like when I was doing work, I couldn't do work like the other kids because the other kids were more advanced than me. And they were like, okay, well, she needs to stay back because she's not getting the work.
Yeah.
So I think it was probably a very young age, like since I was 5 or 6.
Okay. So at which point, what you want to ask for him is, at which point did he stop seeing the enormous potential for you that he sees for your brother?
Oh, I think it's probably when I was it's weird though. When we asked my dad, like let's say for instance, he didn't get all the IEP stuff back then, he would tell my mom, she doesn't need an IEP, she's smart. And I'm like, Dad, I learned differently. And he's like, you don't learn differently. And then he puts all these especially how I have money right now, he's always telling me to make sure you keep your money in the right way. And I'm like, Dad, you don't even know how to keep your money in the right way. Even though you're paying all the bills, you're the one telling me don't spend it on dumb shit. You're the one that's like spending it on beer. You're doing what you're doing on your money, but you're telling me not to spend it on dumb shit.
Yeah.
It's
So
my money.
your trick is to continue to take control, take power of yourself, and guide yourself through your life, living your best life, and do it in such a way that you don't. How can we say this? You continue growing, and rather than it's like if there's it's so it's about planting seeds, your own seeds, not his seeds, and you're going to plant the seeds for who you are and where you're going, and the things that you want to do, right? Like this the tarot thing that you are currently
Planting the
working
seeds like
on.
you're in a garden, watching them grow.
Yes, yeah, but you still got to tend to them. You've got to make sure that other flowers aren't encroaching on their space, so that
Or
they can.
wilting you and be taking your sunlight from you and dying.
That's
Like
right.
the rose
And it's
Beauty and the
right.
Beast.
So dad giving you grief over the tarot, rather than going, hey, what do you find so what is so interesting about this, right? Get him involved in it. Go, Dad, I need your advice on this part of this is the tech that I can use for my camera. What do you think? I'm looking at buying this one and this one. Can you do you know what I mean? Like, get him involved in the technical side of the business, and put together your budget, your financial budget for what you can afford to spend and how much you predicting making. AI will be great help for you to put all this together. Figure out what you need to really make yourself successful as a video tarot reader, right? Whether it be TikTok or YouTube or doing it off your own server is irrelevant. The question is, do you know what you need to do to make yourself successful? And if you don't know what you need to do, you have to learn it, right? So if you do not have regular sessions with other tarot readers who are going to teach you how to read your cards better, you're dropping the ball. You've got to treat this like a career. You get me?
Yes, treat it like a career and see if I'm really into it.
Well, that's part of it too, right? So for example, there's things like coming up very shortly. There is out in Oregon, there is the Southwest Tarot Symposium, which is a bunch of tarot readers from all over North America and other parts of the world, I imagine now, because they've been doing it a very long time. They get together and they do tarot conferences, and different professional tarot readers come in and give workshops and courses, and we work tarot with each other. There's a big one in the fall, which is now every other year, with Reader's Studio in New York, and they are amazing. That was put together by Ruth and Wald Amberstone, who were two old witches from the 60s. They are freaking amazing people. But they put that on, I believe it's this year in New York City, but it's the sort of thing that it's like a business conference if you're in the industry. You can have a conversation with him. A few years ago, the Reader's Studio managed to get hooked up through a woman. I think Eleanor Greenbaum, I think is her last name, but Eleanor's beautiful redhead from New York with this Bronx accent, who's freaking amazing. Anyway, she is a board certified psychiatrist. She's a shrink, legitimate shrink. And she reads tarot cards. She's one of the finest tarot card readers I've ever met. She's brilliant.
Shrink to read tarot cards.
But she uses it with her patients in helping them get into touch with their intuitive feelings. And so as a result, and I don't know if Eleanor had anything to do with it, if it was just Ruth and Wald, because they're real smart people, but they have been instrumental in getting the medical community on board for using tarot cards for helping in psychotherapy with patients who need to get in touch with themselves. See how that works?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So the first day of Reader's Studio every year is dedicated to the medical industry and psychiatrists and psychiatrists and psychologists and social workers and people in the mental health field go to New York from all over the world to attend that first day of Reader's Studio so they can learn how to use these things to help people in their therapy. So there's something to it. It ain't all woo. It's got a medical use.
Yes.
Right? So the more you know about it, this is your challenge, right? If you want to do it, you want to tend the garden, you got to know what the hell are the real weeds and what are not. So the challenge with your dad, this brings you in early because you're going to run into people that are going to say to you, oh, I don't believe it. Oh, you've already run into it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I had a woman say to me on the weekend, oh, I don't believe in that. I said, oh. I said, what don't you believe in? And she says, oh, I don't believe in that you can read cards and tell the future. And I said, well, I don't believe you can either. And she
I know. I was telling when I started this journey, I told my mom, I was like, I don't want to force people. Like, let's say if they're skeptic, like my dad or my mom. My mom's kind of still learning about tarot stuff and everything. At first, she thought when I started reading tarot, she would tell me, this is an addiction you have to the cards. And I'm like, what do you mean it's an addiction? You keep ordering. Why do you keep like asking those cards questions? And I'm like, well, it's the way I get messages. It's not like I'm doing that to anybody else and be like, okay, I see $1,000 popping into your account. Not being sarcastic like that, but I was like, I don't want to
if only they read like that, eh?
Yeah.
Right. People are going to mock what they don't understand, and they are going to find it very difficult to look at the cards and go, well, I can't imagine what do you get out of it? Well, I look at the pictures and I feel these words that are said to me, and I just say them out loud, and they mean a great deal to the person that I'm reading for. Do you hear how woo that sounds?
Yes.
Right? I mean, I'm pulling these cards out of here and I go, okay, well, let's just see. We're sitting here now 49 minutes talking about reading tarot, and I still haven't turned a card for you other than to talk about your dad. You get it?
Yes.
So this is you, and you are David. Do you know the story of David and Goliath?
Yes.
This is your Goliath. Your job as Jazz is to stand in your power, in your self-knowledge of who you are, where you are, when you are, and know that regardless of what they think of who you are, where you are, and when you are, their thought is irrelevant.
That's true.
Right? And the moment that it only becomes relevant is the second that you choose to allow it to be relevant.
That's also something I have to work on and not be like, this is not relevant for me or you, so I'll have to stop believing it.
Yeah. It's really a matter of slowing yourself down long enough to go, okay, all right, okay. So you think the tarot cards are total woo wackadoo, but I'm going to keep them around. So how would he feel? God news. So break it down for him. Go, Dad, I need to create a business plan. I need to do a business study of the tarot industry. I need to figure out how to put together my video equipment so that they actually work for, because, right, like, I mean, you look at my video today and just looking at my video, my lights are poorly set up. My biggest
Uh-huh.
nightmare in my life
And
right
then
now
your
is my
your
lights.
biggest nightmare also is having your mic fall down or something, or not having speakers.
This is why you get a good mic, you get a good camera, you get good lights, figure out how to set up the lights, not change your setup every week just for whatever reason. But there's if you do not have if he sees this as you picking up cards and screwing around on the internet and he hears all the shit about TikTok, right? You only got to hear about TikTok for 5 minutes to go, what the hell are you doing on TikTok? Like, seriously.
Exactly.
I refused to mention TikTok to my father. The first time he heard about me and TikTok, and he made a very derogative comment about it, and I haven't spoken to him about it since. But you will notice that I'm no longer on TikTok, except to pick up messages. But please don't send
Yeah.
me messages on TikTok. Right? It's you have to find your solidity, stay on your path in spite of the right because your Jazz wants dad proud of her. Jazz wants dad to love her all day, every day, right?
Yes.
Jazz wants to go through life thinking, I'm dad's favorite, because that's our job as the kid is to go through life
Yes.
making our
I'm
parents
Dad's
think.
favorite. I'm not the boy. I remember the other day I was even thinking about this because my dad once told me his ego inception one day told me about my mom and dad were telling me about how they thought they were gonna have a boy when I was born, but I'm a girl, so then I'm like, so you wanted to have a boy, and I'm like, that kind of heartbreaking to me. You're telling me you rather have me be a boy. They're like, but we love you, and I'm like, dad treats me differently and you treat me differently. I mean, dad, if he sees that I want to be a boy, he wants me to be tough and not all this emotional
Oh, no, he
crap.
doesn't. No. He's already got you in a box. He doesn't want you to be any of those things. If he wanted you to be those things, right? He may have wanted you to be those things at one point in time, but he's already decided that you can't be those things. So there's no space for you to change. Do you get it? This is why
Oh,
the
yeah,
cards disrupted him. I was like,
true.
wait a minute, right? If you had picked up, because if you pick up a new book and start reading a new book, he's not talking about, I've got an issue with the type of book you're reading here, dude. Right? Has he
True.
ever questioned the type of book that you're reading?
No, he doesn't really he does do that to my mom and says, I don't believe in this shit that your mom does because she reads Eckhart Tolle and all that stuff, and then I read something about heart chakras and stuff, but he's like, I'm not like your mom. I don't believe in that stuff. And she keeps telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, then sometimes we even tell him it's weird how he acts like he knows how spiritual he is, and then he jokes and says, oh, look, it's 333 on the clock or 444. I'm like, Dad, you don't even believe in that crap.
Yeah.
I'm
He
like,
will not.
oh.
He doesn't believe in spiritual concepts that have been rocked into society for thousands of years. But he'll do something
Mhm.
that's been in less than existence for less than 50.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right? And so what he thinks, again, so it comes back to the what he thinks of what you are doing is none of your business.
That's true. Which
Right?
is
You
it
have no
is my
control.
business.
Right? Your job is to show him that you are good at this, that you can manage this business, that you can make a nice living doing this. And if you can't, you'll figure out some other way to do it. In the meantime, you've got a job to carry you, right?
Mm-hmm.
At
Yeah.
least until you get to the point where the tarot makes you enough money that you don't have to have the job anymore. But I mean, if you turn around, you sit down one day and you go, Dad, how much of the tarot do you still not believe in now that I'm making more than you? Do you know what I mean?
It's true.
Like this is very much, especially if you are like, I don't like to read at night because I don't function well at night. After a certain number of hours in the day, I'm just, my brain is just done. And the very idea of reading tarot after the sun goes down is just like insane to me.
I'm in the same way. I don't like reading it at like 10 p.m. or I don't even go live at that time. I go live probably around like 7:30 or like 5:15.
Okay. So
after a certain time, my brain just goes like, it feels like it burns out, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta stop.
Yeah. All right. So two things going on there that you need to work on. One is you don't want to be present to the reading. You want to allow the readings to flow through you. You are just a vessel when you're reading. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
You got to remove yourself from it and let it come through. You got to feel the way it's coming through and let it come through clean, because anything that you glom onto, anything that you grab onto will exhaust you and become a part of you. And you don't want to do that, which is what you're experiencing. Yeah. This energy flowing into you should be feeding you and lifting you,
not tiring me out, instead of wakening me and be like, okay, I'm tired. I don't want to touch these cards right now.
You get it. So you've got to really, really, and it's a practice, like getting to the point where you are really, really never going here for the answers that you're trying to pull out of the cards. You are always going here, right? I go here when it's like, what the hell does the 3 of Cups want to mean in the middle of all of this mess? And then I have to go to, then I have to look at, okay, well, when this card sits against this card, it's a negative aspect, but when it's against this card, it's a positive aspect. So the two and I got to figure out how the energies are trying to play. Then I'll go to the mechanics of it, but I'm going, okay, how do I dot the I's and cross? It's like going to Grammarly to figure out where to put a comma in a funky sentence. Or apostrophe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that is I probably, out of all of the tarot readers' complaints that I hear, that is the one that's most difficult, is to really get yourself, you jazz the hell out of the reading, because they're not there to hear what you got to say. They want to hear what those cards have to say.
That's why I'm also learning about other tarot people, like on TikTok. That's why I had to give it a break, because when I kept going on readings, all these different people were telling me, you need to stay away from people. And I'm like, I don't need to stay away from people. And they're like doing all this stuff and getting in my mind. And I'm like, what the hell did they mean by those cards? Like, I know that I don't need to stay away from people. I know I don't need to be in certain groups, but you guys don't need to act like you just need to like steal my money from me, because it was all transactional at the end. All they were stealing, it was my money.
Right. Yeah. Right. So anybody tells you something that doesn't feel right, especially when it's in reference to something that you are into, you have to question what it is, especially because the first step is like, okay, why is he seeing this as a negative thing? Well, we've already established that, because he doesn't do the religion thing, because he used to be a Catholic, and they're real good at breaking people.
Plus, I don't think when me and my brother grew up, he didn't take us to church, and then I started just recently going to church a couple months ago, and then he's all like, yeah, his ego doesn't understand it.
Yeah. But are you going to church because you're all into the God thing, or are you going to church because you like the community?
I actually like the community. Plus, I'm trying to build a relationship with God, too.
There you go. Right? But understand that you want a relationship with God. Go inside. It ain't outside you.
Yeah, true. It's inside me. It's inside my heart.
A really good conversation that I like to have with devout people that believe in a God, because I don't believe in a God. I believe in me. I believe that you and I are God, and we are one, and we are splintered into this meat suit. That's
true.
my belief. There ain't no God. It's us.
God, there's no gods like Indian gods or all of these gods that people go
No,
to, like
no, no. All of
Zeus.
those gods, same
No,
gods. Whatever you believe,
same gods.
that's what exists. Do you get it? If
Yes.
you believe in it, it exists. If you believe there's a freaking monster under your bed, you've created a monster under your bed. Do you get it?
Yes.
This is how
Yes.
powerful we are as the spiritual beings in these meat suits. And the problem as human beings is that we have, I like to call it the veil of secrecy. I don't know where that expression came from, but it'll slap down quick as like, geez, I forgot what we were talking about. Because I'm not supposed to tell you about whatever it is that we were talking about. Right?
No.
So I call it the veil of secrecy. The interesting thing is that we have reached a point in our planetary human history that it doesn't matter if we know who we are or not anymore, because now I don't believe that we are coming back into another existence. Like this is, we are at the so-called end times because we are at the intellectual end of the thing. When this dies, the meat suit dies. I don't. This
That's
energy, this light of energy that beats within my chest continues to exist in its greater element after I physically die. You get it?
Our spirits still live in us, but our whole bodies and our whole vessel dies, but our spirit lifts up and it's just an energy.
Yeah. But see, you use the word spirit, right?
I mean,
I
our
believe it's the
energy.
exact same energy that you would find in a molecule,
True.
in atoms. It is the spark of life that turns a stem cell into an egg or an arm or an eyeball. They're the same cells that make mountains. They're the same cells that make planets, right? Different
Yes.
minerals and elements come together to create individual things, but our base element is the same. Our consciousness, which is the greater thing, we've already discovered, and people are working on it, weirdly enough, that they believe that they can take our consciousness and essentially put it into a jar and have us outlive our bodies. Although they
True.
keep trying to do it with the brain, and I think it comes from through the heart. So, right?
That's true.
I have been reading for you now for an hour this morning, my darling, and I haven't touched anybody else. They all want to read.
Okay.
But this is the same information. Everybody's got to deal with this at an individual personal level. When you decide that you want something for yourself and you run into detractors like you just did, look at who is doing the detraction, why they are doing the detraction, and what they really, really mean to be saying.
Watch their words instead of their actions.
Yeah, well, look for their meaning behind the words, okay?
Okay.
Right? Because when we don't see ourselves, we are alone, we are lost, we are empty. Your mom is reading this. She's reading, you said she's reading Eckhart Tolle. Your dad should read Eckhart Tolle. This is a smart guy. He gets this. Eckhart Tolle's a little bit Christian for me, but whatever. Your dad's concern is that it be a God or that it be a Jesus. And he hasn't ever been told that it's him. He's his
That's
God.
true.
He is his creator. He creates and manipulates everything that he sees in this existence.
That's true.
right? If it's good or it's bad, he's the one that decided whether it was good or bad.
True.
Right? I can sit here till I'm blue in the face deciding that Donald Trump is bad for the world.
Yes,
And
I
for
agree on
every
that.
thought I have, there are how many million Americans who think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread? It's perspective. It's all perspective. And my perspective as a human meat suit is no more valuable than yours. Ergo, no more valuable than. So your dad has a legitimate point of perspective. You get that?
Yes.
So the second that you understand internally, when you have that conversation with yourself and go, why is dad coming at me over my tarot cards? I like this. This is, I feel attacked feeling, right?
Yes.
This is going to break up my family. I can't read tarot cards and be part of my family. No. I got to find a way through this. This is the challenge. So the challenge, because I got 2 aces for you, the challenge is to put yourself together and get into alignment with what you're creating and why you're creating it. So dad goes, oh, I see. I get what it's not about the cards, dad. It's about my ability to look at these pictures and tell people what these pictures mean, that I can make a living at it. Look at that. That's the challenge right there. That's the battle, right? And the idea is I'm not going to battle with everybody to do this. I'm getting everybody on board and we're going to do it together because, oh, wait, even if I don't do it with the tarot, everybody's going to do it anyway.
That's true.
Right? The second our meat suit dies, we're there.
Get in
Right?
alignment.
And here's the fun part. Maybe your dad's right. There is no God. And the second you die, that's it. Worms crawl through your brain and your energy just dissipates into nothing. Maybe your dad's right. And that's all it is.
When I went to a meeting a couple of years ago, it was funny. He literally told me when I got back, if I die, I die. Don't go to a medium to get messages from me. And I'm like, Dad, that's contradicting because I'm a medium. I can go to your spirit. I can talk to who you are when you're dead.
Yeah. No, yeah. Now hold on. So let's go back a half a step, right? You understand that once they die, who they were ceases to exist completely.
Yes.
Okay. And that the energy that was that splinter of them realizes everything once they've finished passing over.
True.
Okay.
And their ego dies and it's just their heart.
That's right. It's what's in their heart more than the heart themselves. Right? It's the you that's in their heart. It's the me that's in their heart. He's never spoken to me, never met me in his life. But we are still the same being. Do you see that?
Yes.
You and I and Donald Trump are the same being at the universal level. Do you get that?
Yes.
And that is the biggest fear-inducing thing in every human being. In order to grasp and own the truth, they've got to look at the most horrible, disgusting human beings on the planet and admit that they are them in a different existence.
That's true.
And the very idea that I could ever be that elevates me and makes me even more of a meat suit.
That's true.
Right? So that is what we are naturally, inherently born to become because of that veil of secrecy.
That's true.
Right? So our goal should be, it's not about woo, it's just about living your life in physical, spiritual, physical, emotional alignment with your immediate moment of existence. And that's just pure quantum physics. That is, Dad, I am using the cards to learn how to feel right in my own skin. And guess what? These are the only thing that ever worked. My mom telling me how much she loved me never made me feel comfortable in my own skin. These cards telling me I love me is what made me comfortable in my own skin. You catch that?
Yes.
And that's key. It is, he needs to understand, not that the cards, because these are just, this is number 10 card stock, just pieces of paper
Yes.
with pictures. And I can show you 100 different decks with different pictures.
Exactly.
Right? But they're all designed to do exactly the same thing. And that is to help me find that center of power and maximize it so that I can be the best person that I can possibly be. And oh, wait, I'm good at it and I can make a living at it. And that's your challenge to express to the world. And you need to own that. You need to not be questioning, well, you know, because the second you start questioning it, then you create the question. You get it?
Yes.
Right? You are capable of misunderstanding and misreading the cards. I can, I will tell you that on the day that Donald Trump was first elected, this card, this queen, kept rattling through my cards. I'm going to find her for you. And I kept seeing, because it's a feminine card, I kept seeing Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton's going to be the next. And the guy, James, that painted these, well, he didn't paint them, but he's the tarot behind it. And anyway, there's a whole story behind these cards. But he said, no. He said to me, I think it was in July. He said, no, Tina. He says, that's the Donald Trump card. I'm like, nah, man, made no sense to me. Anyway, I didn't listen to him, blew him off at the time. Anyway, Donald Trump ends up winning. This is Donald Trump. Does that look like Donald Trump to you, or does it look like Hillary Clinton?
It looks like Hillary Clinton.
Right? Donald Trump. And you got to understand that this is Donald Trump, because I keep saying you want to live your life like you know what you want. That your challenge is to create what you want in the world in spite of everybody else, right? I keep saying this. This is this card embodied. This woman is what makes everything that you want, everything that you desire real, and she knows it. That's why it's the Donald Trump card. Hillary could learn some lessons from Mr. Donald Trump.
Yes.
Right? And this is why the guy is president of the United States, in spite of the fact that it appears that 66% of Americans hate him. And I don't mean just dislike, I mean hate beyond all hate. And
that's
half of the world.
I don't like Donald. It's true. Like us, my mom tried to explain this to me. I'm like, okay, so I have relatives that like Donald Trump, and then I have some cousins on her side that like Donald Trump, and I'm like, I can't stand them. They're like, don't become that hate. And I'm like, do you understand? My mom is like, we hate Donald Trump too, but we're not gonna be on social media. My mom's not on social media. She's not posting a bunch of stuff about presidential stuff. That's how my cousins are now. I'm like, that's ugly. Don't do that. I'm not on Facebook going, oh, this is my political party.
Well, that's the trick. Right? Is your ability to look at that and detach from it, so much so that not only, your first recognition is you see the ugly in Donald Trump. You don't see any of the good. Is there any? I don't even want to look that deep to see if there's any good. And glory be, because he's president of the United States, I don't have to. You get it?
Yes.
So if there's an item, if there's a moment, if there's a thing, it doesn't matter who it or what it is, you look at it and you acknowledge what it is right up front. We acknowledge Donald Trump is president of the United States, in spite of the fact that I have no clue how he managed to get there. Okay. Right?
Yes.
But he's president of the United States. So something in there has to be working, right? You think? Right?
Yes.
He thinks he's doing the right thing. And that in and of itself is what he's embraced, the internal power that he thinks he's doing the right thing, and he's doing everything in his power to make that, whatever that is, come to be. And he demands, he's very specific about it. And because he thinks he knows it all, and because he is who he is, he demands absolute loyalty. And because he's managed to get to where he is, if you do not grant him that absolute loyalty, he'll chop off your head.
True.
Which connects to the Queen of.
You went silent. Can you hear me?
Mechanically muted. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Are you now?
Now it's working. I don't know what mic I'm on at the moment, but if it's working, it's working. Hey, how bizarre. It's just I got a sign across the screen. Your computer has lost connection to your mic. And I don't know why. It's a brand new mic, so it's not like
That's weird.
Very weird. All righty. I really got to read for everybody else this morning. It's fascinating as this.
Well, see you on the following Tuesday, and have a good time with your father when he comes into town.
Thank you. And, like I said, if he's not here on Tuesday, then I'll be here. And if he is, then you guys will get to see a replay. So have a great week, and we'll see how everything comes together. But yeah, have a chat with your dad. Tell him you need help with the business side of the business, that this is actually a potential career for you, and that's why you're exploring it.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Much love to you. Have a great week. God. So I got right in the middle. Thank you. You're welcome. Right in the middle of a sentence, and I cut her off. My apologies, you guys. That was a fascinating conversation. The way we deal with the other people in our lives are the most important thing. And the more we can give grace to them when they seem to come at us, the easier it is for us to stay in alignment and stay in our power. So the trick is to just pause and say, wow, look at that. Why is that happening? And then discover that it means absolutely nothing about us and everything about them. Keep planting your seeds if you know what you're doing and you know where you're going, because that's how you grow a garden, you guys. And that's what we're here to do, is literally grow our garden. So, all right. Who do we have? I spent so much time in there. Everybody's thinking, I'm never getting a reading this morning. I'm out of here. I noticed Ninja Mama ditched on us. And I know that who all still here waiting for a reading? Let's see who we can pull on here next. Am I going to read somebody? I got Amanda sitting in the wings. And seeing as how she spoke up first by turning her camera on, we're going to bring her on live and see if I can do some more tarot readings for you guys this morning. There we go. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning.
And I still can't hear you.
You can hear me? I am muted myself.
Barely. I was straining my ears to hear Amanda. It's because I'm using the built-in speaker on the computer, and it's not working, and it's like I can barely. I'm going to put you on hold for 2 seconds. You can entertain our readers for a second, and I'm going to get a
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Well, hello, everybody that's here and follows along with everybody's story from week to week. Let's see. I can show off some of my crystals because I have them next to me, and why not? So this one I really love because quartz is one of the most it is the most common element on the planet. And clear quartz, this happens to be a triple pointed Lemurian quartz. So the Lemurian quartz has the record keepers, which you can see here. It's like it's got these ridges in it.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So not all sides have the ridges, but it has the triple point. And 3, the Trinity, positive, negative, neutral is the the Trinity of existence. At least in our existence here on Earth. So anyway, I have this for healing purposes. There's one main one, which is the middle one, and it's like a perfect little holder at the end. And so I direct this 3 points towards whatever area in the body, and it helps to work with your cellular structures and things like that, and to help amplify the energy that I have programmed. You can program crystals. They remember things. They're alive, essentially. So anyway, hi. Is it working?
Not yet, but almost. Here, I'm just gonna turn on the speaker if I can.
Okay.
Is it on? Bear with me. Maybe I might not be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get my? I don't know. I might not be able to get the speaker to work. Ah!
Gotta love technology.
Sorry. This is this is how you destroy. I knew the second that I turned on the audio podcast that stuff like this would start to happen. How do I get it? Do I have a Bluetooth on this thing? B. This is terrible. I know I have Bluetooth. Oh, I do. Those Bluetooth is turned off. Why? Why is my Bluetooth turned off? I don't understand. All right, sorry. This is not going to work. I don't know why. All right, it won't let me. It says the Bluetooth is turned off, but it doesn't seem to want to turn on.
Are you trying to use a Bluetooth speaker?
Yes.
So the Bluetooth on your computer is not turned on.
That's correct.
And it doesn't want to.
It does not wish to come on. So my network card, I'm assuming that I have somehow accidentally unplugged my my Bluetooth. So I don't have Bluetooth on here. So we are stuck with me barely hearing you, but I can hear you. So
okay.
It is. So I like the crystal. Want to see my crystal?
Absolutely. I want to see everyone in existence.
So this is my grandmother, as I've told you before, was a professional tarot card reader. And one morning I got a phone call from my dad. We were at the One of a Kind show in Toronto. Got a phone call from my dad. My grandmother had passed away, my dad's mom. And she was the one that taught me to read cards originally. Oh. And so I said, I was very sad, but she'd been sick for a while, so I wasn't too surprised that she died. So I said, is it too early to ask if I can have her crystal ball? And she had a crystal ball, like the kind that you would spend like thousands of dollars to get. He says, it's no crystal ball. What do you mean? It's no crystal ball. She says, it's gone. She must have sold it or something. So this crystal ball, my whole life, she had promised me for my life. So okay. So anyway, I'm at the show. I go out for dinner with a couple of friends from the show. And we're sitting at the dinner table, and I start crying. And Marguerite, one of the girls that we're having dinner with, she says, "Oh, honey, are you okay?" I said, yeah, no, I'm fine. I said, I'm just I'm grieving. My grandmother passed away this morning. She says, "Oh." I said, and she said, "Really?" She says, "Tell me about your grandmother," because she's that sort of person. So I told her about my grandma, and oddly enough, I told her about asking my dad about the crystal ball, and it was gone. And she goes, "Oh, well, that's what that is." And she dives underneath we're sitting in a restaurant downtown Toronto. She dives underneath the table, and she's one of those, she's like me. She's got one of those great big huge carpet bags with everything in the kitchen sink in it.
Like Mary Poppins.
Yeah, very much so, right?
Yeah.
Everything. Anyway, so she dives into this carpet bag, and she comes up with this, and she says, you must be why I put this in my bag this morning." And she hands me this crystal.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Is this stunning? And when she passed, you see the face here? As she passed it to me holding it like this. And I saw my grandmother's face right in here.
I love that.
She passed it to me. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what happened to the crystal ball, but this is my grandmother's crystal.
I love that.
Is that crazy? And, and people go, "Oh, I don't believe in the woo." How do you not believe in the woo? Okay? Like, seriously.
Fantasy is reality. That's the most beautiful part about it.
No, dude, I'm sitting at a place, and I'm looking at these beautiful mushrooms, and the mushroom says to me, "I'm thirsty." The plants can't talk, and sure enough, I said, why would I be imagining that your mushroom is telling me it's thirsty? And she looks at me aghast, and she says, "Oh my God, I forgot to water it."
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't believe in the woo. Okay, what do you believe in? I hear these 20th century rustles of skirts walk through a room, and there's nobody there. And I'm the only one that hears it. But they don't believe in the woo.
Yeah.
Anyway, people are funny that way, right? My sister said to me, I think I was 8. And she said to me, "Oh, don't tell people you hear all these voices. They will put you in a straitjacket and lock you up." And I walked around feeling like, emotionally, like I had put myself into a metal lockbox for I don't know how many years. But we do that to ourselves on the basis of what other people say.
Yep.
Anyway, love your crystal.
And that's with a lot of things in life. So this, speaking of crystal balls, so I recently just got this one.
Smoky.
This is a smoky clear quartz, and I'm trying to see if we can get the rainbows to show up. It's full of rainbows.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And this one is just beautiful. I recently just got this one. And then also this one, which is even cooler because it has the layers in it. See the layers?
Yeah.
So this is called lodolite or garden quartz. It's readily, referred to that as. But this is just layers of inclusions inside the quartz, and then you could see the beautiful rainbows. It's alive. They're alive. I wonder
why the world is fascinated by diamonds.
Right? That was a whole marketing scheme, but still.
Oh, don't even get me started on diamonds, please. My engagement ring.
Yeah.
Is conch ring. Because I don't do diamonds. My husband said to me, he said, "But I could get a Canadian diamond." I said, "I don't care where the diamond comes from." I said, you can engrave a Canadian maple leaf on that diamond, but without a loop, I'm the only one that knows it's a Canadian diamond.
Yep.
So no diamonds. I don't do diamonds. So I got a conch ring instead. Do you know what a conch ring? You know those seashells that that's a conch. And if you don't know what a conch is, you guys get a big seashell, you put it up to your ear and you hear the ocean in it. That's a conch shell. And that's what my engagement ring is made. I had it set in silver by the lady that made this bracelet so that I could wear it all the time. All right. let's read your cards, seeing as how, we're here destroying my entire tarot podcast by not talking about tarot this morning.
Yeah, sorry.
By not reading, I'm supposed to be reading. I suppose talking about the cards and how the cards work and how you connect to the cards is valuable too for some people. Dude, who's pissed off at you?
Don't know.
Did you take your retirement yet?
Retirement? What do you mean?
No. Okay. So you were talking about going off on a trip with people, with your friend.
This weekend I'm going to the beach. Yeah, this weekend coming up.
Okay. And you've got no hesitations, no concerns about this weekend coming up?
No, I'm looking forward to detaching from all of the self-healing and the learning and the work and all that. I'm looking forward to just breaking down and just having fun. It's only 2 people that I'm going with. Okay.
So who are the thugs?
Oh, is somebody jealous that I'm going, maybe?
Maybe. Is that what you're seeing? I don't know. I've got you on the outside looking in at people doing stuff that you are not a part of. And so part of you wants to be part of it, but doesn't want to be part of it. But they have a negativity to it. This is why I asked. You have apprehension about going on this trip?
I'm excited about it.
Are you having issues with trolls on your readings?
I haven't been live in like a week or 2. So no.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
You are watching. And then there's a release involved. Now and you're the only one stopping you. Okay, so how come you haven't gone live? Maybe that's what it is.
I have been taking a break for myself, but then also the one I go live with, she's going through a move right now. So I haven't really spoken to her much. We usually talk every day, but she's in the process of doing all of that. So I'm supporting her and allowing her to have her space. And I have gone on since she hasn't been on, because she's moving. So I did go, and I was going to go last night, but I just wasn't feeling like I wanted to give. I only want to go live when my cup is full enough to be able to give.
Oh, that makes sense. So now what part of you is thinking of doing it differently? What is the part that you want to change?
So I, this weekend, went to a psychic fair.
Yeah.
And the woman I met a year ago at the fair, I became friends with her because I'm like, oh my God, she lives down the street from me. I met her up in Pennsylvania, like psychic fair. But then we realized we live like 5 minutes from each other. So I just kept in contact with her, and I've gone to several different fairs that she goes to, because she goes to like all the psychic fairs around like an hour or 2. And so I've been to maybe like 3 or 4 of them and seen her at different ones. And I just went this weekend, and I help her with her sales at her booth, because I'm just playing around with, pendulums or her, rods. I just pick them up, and literally the rods do whatever I ask it to do.
Right.
For her, she's like, oh, it took me 6 months to learn these rods or get them to work with my energy. And me, I'm like, spin around, and then they just start spinning. She's like, I've never seen anybody do that. And I was like, I didn't know that. She got so excited about it.
Some people are born, it's some people's energy. I've got a girlfriend that she's freaking amazing. She can do anything with rods, but
or even this. Like this is just a clear quartz and black tourmaline. So I can say, show me yes, thank you, stop, and then now show me no, which is back and forth.
Wow.
So stop. So it basically just works on demand. I can move it, and the way it moves, I can see it sticking to the energy in my hand.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty darn cool. I can say move left to right. There we go. And then it's going to move left to right. And then I don't even have to say it out loud. So I can ask a question right now.
Yeah, and then it's gonna just
Yep.
See, I can never. We work with the magic the way that maybe I didn't pick up the right pendulum. Maybe, the pendulum's not my thing. It's not something that's going to work for me. And as I said to Jazz earlier, if you don't believe in it, doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. It can't exist because you don't believe in it, right? Like a God, an actual God could turn around, walk into my room and go, dude, I'm the God that you have never believed in. And I would still not believe in them. Right?
Yeah.
It is what it is. It cannot exist if you do not believe that it exists. And if you believe that it exists, then you can create it. All right. So I've got
well, she had asked me, so in response to that, the whole reason I brought that up is I went there. She asked me to start joining her and get a booth next to her and be able to work with her. So I'm going to I want to expand because I really don't like social media. I like in-person interaction.
Yeah.
Plus all of my crystals, literally, I mean, I have just shelves full of them.
Waiting to be shown off
and sold, and I'm buying now stuff so I can be able to sell little ones at the booth, but also step into my creativity. So that's me stepping into my own away from her because she's all the way up in Pennsylvania.
So you either need a divorce or you need a contract. What is this?
I'm not with anyone.
I'm not sure that your partner at TikTok believes that.
Believes that I'm with somebody. She thinks I'm dating.
No. I don't mean it. This is not a love relationship. We're talking about we're already talking in reference to your reading.
Okay.
Right? You have an ending to create. Is your TikTok friend aware that your goal is to move away from social media altogether and go into real life?
Well, I'm not going to move away from it altogether. But I did mention that I do want to do, psychic fairs and start doing that.
Yeah. No, I want you doing them because this is where you're being pulled to do them. You're the only one stopping you. I want you going whole hog on this.
Yeah.
What I want you aware of, though, is that the current person that you're working with on TikTok is when she comes back from her move, she's going to take this personally.
Well, yeah, and I'm going to invite her along to join me if and when she's ready, But yes, of course, I see that. That's anybody's reaction. She is very. We have a close connection, and
yeah.
She's going through a lot right now, so I'm trying to support her.
Yeah. Just be aware that her perspective, right? We're talking about this is where perspectives come in, and they always come into play. It's not your perspective at play here. It's going to be hers. Yeah. And she is going to see you putting your efforts and energies into forward movement this way as a definitive split from her, and is going to create an issue for you. So be aware of that ahead of time, and you can prevent that thug energy from coming into play as this happens. When are you expecting to, because think about it this way. You've got the one girl that you've been working with, and she's thinking like, oh, this is going really well, and this is going and this is just going to keep going like this. And you're going, yeah, this is going really well, but I got to go this way.
Well, she wanted to make sure that, we do our own thing, that we go live together. She loves it when we're together because we work really well together. Mm-hmm. But she also this was from her, that she wanted to set up her own, thing. And then I set up my own thing that make sure that we do have our own, identities. Okay. So she does want that. And she stated that from the beginning, and we have checked in about it. So we are in open communication about that.
Okay, that's key. That's key. Yes. But be aware of it, that what people say and what people feel are often two completely different things. So she can say she's as open to it, but that jealousy That's where it's going to come from.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
don't take this personally. You can if you like, meat suit being what it is and all that, but you're really good at what you do.
Yeah.
Right. So limiting it or holding it in a box only limits you.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, your grace comes from, no, but I want you to come up, but I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way. Whereas you can go, oh, hey, I'm doing this. You want to come and do this with me, while maintaining and cruising speed with her without her feeling
abandoned.
It's like, it's none of your business if she's feeling jealous.
Yeah.
But if you can do anything in your power to prevent somebody feeling jealous and feeling celebration and support for you instead, I'd much rather see that 3 of Swords become a 3 of Cups for you.
Absolutely. And
right?
I am very open with her, and I'm going to be, I'm allowing her space, but also I'm 100% open with her. Like, I love her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to support her in whatever she needs, and I'm going to be myself and express myself truly and authentically. And that's all I can do,
That's right.
Like, this woman that I met, Julia, she's like, oh, I can help you set up a website. It's $0. I'm going to get you started. She goes to like every fair. She knows how it all runs. She's like, I was in marketing for 25 years. I'm going to help you out. Like, it's like everything's falling into place for me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm taking I'm going to take it, and she's going to take me out to dinner because I had her all these things I'm selling for her. I'm like, I'm happy for you. That's great.
Right. So there's anyway, you'll see it when it hits, but it's there. It's there already.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is because that this isn't the way that you want to go. Right? It was like me knowing that I don't want to spend 3 hours fighting with trolls who want my attention when I can just be reading the cards or talking about the cards. This is way more valuable. So my switch of Donald Trump just happened to be beneficial to say, we're taking over TikTok's money. So, that just happened to be more power under my wings, so to speak. So in your case, it is more power under her wings, so to speak. And there's no skin off of your nose to be aware of that ahead of time. And this is the nuance of grace. Right?
Yeah.
You have it. Now you get to share it, because fool she is if she's thinking, if you're thinking jealous thoughts towards somebody else because, she might come at it from the angle of, well, I was the one that put Amanda into doing this.
She doesn't want to share me. She wants me.
Right? You're mine. This is mine. I created you, kind of energy. Yeah. Right? She's not actually thinking these thoughts, okay? But that's the energy that the meat suit is feeling. Yeah. And once the meat suit feels a feeling, it is programmed to do absolutely everything in its power to make that feeling be true, even if it's completely not true. And that is why we are our own worst enemies as human beings. Right? You know this, I know this, because we found what everybody's looking for.
I mean, I'm not married. I don't have kids. All my time and focus goes to myself and my career, my family. And she's going through the dark night of the soul. And I'm going to be there and supporting her in every transition she is. And I'm going to give her love. I'm going to give her grace. I'm going to give her everything,
It won't be enough, right? She's got to get all. See, this is what you're going to run into. And it might not specifically be her, but it's the thugs are starting to pay attention. They're noticing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Get it?
I haven't announced it to anybody on social media. I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
This was just in discussion this last weekend, and we're going to meet for dinner. Julie and we're going to talk about what to do, how to get started. I haven't started any of that yet. It's just, I told her, I was, but
yeah. So like I was talking with Jazz, people are going to go, wait a minute, now what do you do? You're doing, no, wait. You're not just collecting pretty rocks anymore, lady. Now you're getting weirdy, wacky woo-woo on us.
Yeah.
You know? Right?
Yeah.
That's where the grace comes into play, because you're going to be sitting there, they'll go, oh, I didn't mean anything by that. But they have no idea how cutting their I didn't mean anything by that remark was.
Yeah.
Right? I don't believe in that shit. What don't you believe in? You don't believe in pretty rocks? You don't believe that rocks have power? You haven't seen a mountain crumble to the sea and what it destroys on its way down to the ground. You know what I mean? Like power is power. It's rocks just move way more slowly than the rest of us, right?
Yes.
Anyway, watch for that. Forewarned is forearmed. But the Three of Swords is that's dot your I's and cross your T's as far as contracts and business arrangements go. Right?
Yeah, I'll make sure to do as much as possible that I can on the business side, setting it up. I'm like, all right, people are going to want to use credit cards. I'm going to have to get an account for that. And like, or I do have the Venmo and stuff. I could
can use
have
Venmo
something.
or I use PayPal.
Yeah, I have Venmo, PayPal. I'll have like something to scan when they're there to purchase things.
Yeah, there you go.
And I was thinking, I want to sell some of your stuff, your hot sauce at my booth. So I'm going to set it up. So I'm like, where do I can put your Venmo, PayPal for your hot sauce, put your prices on it and sell it at my booth.
I would do it differently. I would put your label on it. You would sell way more of it if it was like your label than if it was my label.
Oh. Okay.
We'll talk more about that.
Okay.
But in the meantime, mind your P's and Q's, because people are watching, people are seeing, they're seeing this blossoming happen and they're jealous.
Yep, that's something I'm not going to be able to help.
No, exactly. But if you're aware of it, you can prevent it from creating negativity for you, right? If you're not aware of it, you get blindsided by it. You go, where the hell is that coming from? Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Everything comes from somewhere, right?
For sure.
Okay. All right. I got Treva's back. I'm gonna bring her. Are you gonna come on live, Treva? Or are you
Everybody say hi to little Maya.
Hi, Ma. Oh, what a little cutie. She's sleeping.
Yeah, she just curled up. It's my friend's dog. She's seeing somebody around the corner from my house. So I said I'd watch her overnight for her so she could go, have fun.
I want to babysit dogs for fun. There you go. All right.
Well, if she goes out of the country and stuff, she pays me. So, but this is just an overnighter. I just, had a nice little cuddle, my little cuddle bug.
Nice. I like it. This computer is so not cooperating for me today. I am so sorry, you guys. Now where have you gone? Go away.
Well, good luck with technology and everything else. Thank you again.
I'm making myself nuts this morning. I'm gonna blame Greg.
Okay.
All Greg's fault. There you go.
All right.
That takes my personal responsibility out of it. All right. Love to you.
All right.
We will see you next week. Hang in there.
Yep.
And then we're going to bring in Treva. There you go. Good morning. You are watching or listening to the Architecture of Alignment, and we are reading tarot cards. And this is Treva. Good morning, sweetheart. Why do you look like you're in a car? Can you hear me? You can't hear me. Oh.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Oh boy. Now I don't know how to do that. Edit mic settings. Maybe turn this up. No. No, I can only edit your mic. I can't. Mine's working for me. Maybe if I, no, I don't know how to turn. If you can't hear me, that's not going to help. All right, tell you what. And I can't type. I can try and type. This is hard. I can type. I got the wrong nails for typing today, you guys. Oh, maybe I can't type. Is this thing even connected? Yeah, it is. It's good. All right. So, well, I can't read you the. How do I read you the cards? How do I read Treva the cards if Treva can't hear me? Maybe can you turn up your radio? I don't know how. I don't know how to do this. You can't hear me at all.
Maybe it's not meant to be right now.
This is probably the best thing you could say. Catch me later on Facebook.
I'll message you later.
Perfect. I'll do that. There you go. Love to you. All right. Okay. So for whatever reason, we are having more technical difficulties than any day in the history of this. How about we move on to Holly, and hopefully Holly can hear me. And we'll bring Holly in.
Fine.
Good morning.
Maybe it was her phone.
You can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know what it was, but I can't. Is that gonna work? Now, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we can read the cards then. Woo! It's gonna be. It's gonna be. You're gonna have technical difficulties every now and again to see how you can deal with them, I suppose. Huh? Oh, now Treva can hear me. I wonder what happened there. How this works.
It's not like Mercury retrograde or anything, is it?
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. It happens every 2 months, whether we like it or not. Also, I don't, I mean, as much as I believe that the planets are going to have some sort of effect on us, I really don't believe that Mercury retrograde has any power over us unless we choose to allow it. Solar flares are a different beast, but a planet going around the other side of the sun having more effect on us rather than less doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't believe in Mercury retrograde. You know what I mean? Like if it come back from behind the sun and you say, "Oh, Mercury's whatever, Mercury's gone," and they say they don't actually go backwards, by the way, which I find hilarious. But they'll say, "Oh, Mercury's gone forward again," or whatever they say about it, because it's not in retrograde anymore. And if they said to me, now it's going to have effect over it, that would make sense to me, because now it's, on this side of the sun, and it's going to have physical ability to express energy towards me, but it makes no sense to me when it's on the other side of the sun. So, but yeah, once every 2 months, apparently. All right. So, Treva's lesson to learn is fear. Your fear is the thing to overcome, my darling. That was crazy. How bizarre that's not working. Look at you. Happy camper, taking care of your family. Did you get news about Dave yet?
He did get a letter that the comp board is making the insurance company pay.
Yes.
For his medical stuff.
There you go. Beautiful.
I mean, they haven't yet, but the board is ruling in his favor.
That's great, but you're not convinced it's over yet.
Well, he hasn't gotten a settlement or anything,
right?
And they haven't paid any of his medical bills yet.
So you're kind of feeling like, these guys are all talk. This is going to take forever.
It usually does. Bureaucracy does take forever.
You got a shock coming for you. I'm hoping it's this. I'm hoping the money is in your bank account in a few minutes kind of thing. the other one, although, so this doesn't quite sound like a tower moment, though. Like towers are things over which we don't believe that we have any control. And followed by the Six of Swords. You just got to, what's going on with your daughter at your ex's place?
I haven't heard a word. I haven't heard anything from her since March. She reads my messages because I can tell on my phone that she's seeing them.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing.
So you feel like you're losing an uphill battle?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Stop.
Because it'll be a year in July.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Wait. Let's have this conversation again when it's been 10 years, okay? How much longer do you think that she can suffer that bunch?
She's stubborn, and if they're manipulating her, then she's powerless.
Okay,
you know.
Let's go back a half a step. They're manipulating her. Remember who we're talking about here.
But she might be manipulating them too.
The
more I hate Mom and Dave, the more I get stuff. So,
get it?
You know, she's pretty good at that.
There you go. That makes more sense. So this suddenly makes sense. You're sitting there. The reality is that you are in a position where she has created a situation where her stubbornness has to keep her where she is. You get it? Mm-hmm. And you had nothing to do with it. The glory and guts that you get to own over this when she comes back and says, "Can I come home?" Right? And watch this. Even if she never does, you already know that she already wants to. You know what she's living over there. You've been there. You've done that. And you got the hell out of there for good reason. Right? So she's going through she is learning the hard way exactly what you tried to protect her from. You get that? And I need a sudden realization happening for you.
For me or for her?
No, from you.
Me?
It's your sudden realization. Right? This is just, you are playing, right? As far as Dave is concerned, this is a waiting game. You get that?
Yeah.
Now it's settled. Now you're just waiting. Right? In her case, it's the same energy, right? The energy is the same no matter where it falls in our space, right? So the energy is going to play no matter the people, the places, the things. You put the people on the energy and they're going to swim in that energy. That's their energy. You get it?
Right. Yeah.
So the misconception becomes thinking that she would get there, that she would not, she'd see them for who they are or what they are, would come to her senses and would come home, and now you're just waiting for that. Is that an energy that I'm looking at?
Probably, yeah.
And you realize now it's almost a year. She's not coming to her senses. She's done. She's gone.
You doing, babe?
Yeah.
You see that?
It can take decades for a child to get over what their parents do to them. Sometimes it takes a lifetime.
And they may never, right? So you get two options here, right? This is a boat you grasp. This is a boat over which you have no control. This is all on her. This is her boat, and whether she comes back or not, you have zero control over it. Okay. And I know, and these are coming up specifically because you are at the point where you know everything that you know in reference to her, what is good for her, what she needs, all of that. You have all of that. And this is where the drop, cut the apron strings, drop the rock, in spite of how young she is, okay? You need to spiritually cut the apron strings and really, because you're allowing the lack of response to eat at you. You get it?
I need you to continue sending those messages all day, every day. Continue sending them because you want to tell her what you need to tell her. Keep telling her until you're blue in the face or until you get tired of sending those messages, whether she responds or not, because she is a toddler trapped in her existence, right? Right. This is I hate you, right? I hate you because you didn't give me my father's family. Well, now she's got her father's family, and now she is growing into the space of what does a meat suit do? She finds out exactly what it is. So in the past year, she's learned exactly what it is and why you are no longer with him and his people, right? And she's in a position where, first of all, she's a teenager, so she's going to have a limited grasp of what she's able to do in her existence, right? She's got a basic idea of, oh, I've made my bed, now I've got to lie in it, sort of energy. She has to admit she's wrong in order to come home, and you already know that that's not her thing, right? She ever the first person to say, oh, I was wrong, sorry about that? No. And she's not going to be in this case. So waiting for her to admit that she's wrong and grieving over the fact that she still hasn't admitted that she was wrong is a waste of your time, effort, and energy. Do you catch this? Right? So any thoughts that you're giving to her, you need to actively create a way so that when you think of her, you go, oh, there's a message. I need to send her a message that says I love you or whatever. As opposed to having it allow it to hurt you personally. You know how I'm pushing you? I want you to actively look at your thoughts for her and find a way to go, oh, that's a reminder to send her an I love you message or something, right? But what I want you to do in that moment is I want you to picture her in her perfection. And I want you to see her as the most amazing human being in spite of all of her circumstances that she could possibly grow into. And I want you to see her that way all day, every day. Can you do that? And the second, this is what the Nine of Wands is all about. This is about allowing, this is, if you love something, set it free. When it comes back, it's yours, right? This is about, this isn't about setting her free. This is about setting you free. You get it? Because right now you are trapped in the apron strings of a child who doesn't want you. And who is in a situation you know is bad for her. And that she cannot get out of until she realizes that she was wrong. And she is not the type to admit that she was wrong. So she's stuck all day, every day for the rest of her days. And all I can do is love her and keep loving her, period. And if it falls on deaf ears, it falls on deaf ears. But when she dies or when you die, it all comes back home to roost. So there's a comfort in that you get it, you do get it back. It's a question of it's her choice when. And that's right. That's the part you can stop hurting by cutting that tie yourself. You see that? Yeah. And it's not a stopping loving her or stopping thinking about her. It's stopping allowing the thinking about her to hurt you. Right? When you think of her, she's doing great. She's doing fantastic. She is in the best place she can possibly be, and hold that space for her spirit to create for her. And that, weirdly, is going to create a space in your head of comfort for her, because after saying it to yourself enough times, your spirit, your mind is going to go, oh, no, she's fine. She's fine. She's taken care of. We're good. And you'll stop. The anxiety that comes up when you think of her will stop coming up when you think of her. Make sense? especially since you've got all this new stuff going on for yourself and you'd like to share it with her and have her enjoy in the good stuff that is coming into your family. Right? That's gotta be the hardest part.
Well, that's what I think about when I'm getting down about it. I'm just thinking about, I'm going to be starting a new job soon. I'm going to be making more money than I was before. It's summertime. The birds are chirping. My flowers are growing. That's like what I try to do when I start feeling upset about it.
Yeah. Right. So this is what the 9 of Wands is, right? So when those thoughts of her get turned inwards, right? Because our immediate space goes, oh no. This is my fault. I did this. This is all your fault. Did you know this? This is all your fault. The reason that she is over there living with him, you created this. You get that? That's your first step, is going, yep, I created this. Own it. Now explain to the universe why you created it. You created it because you were not comfortable with the energies and essences that wanted to be put into your child when so much of that energy and essence was being stolen from you on a daily basis. You couldn't stand the idea of giving that to your child, right? Right? So in taking back your power, you created a situation where in order for her to have power, she had to stand up and go, well, screw you, Mom. I'm going to live with Dad. You don't want me to have anything to do with him. I'm not going to have anything to do with you. Right? You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Okay? Because when you decided that you were going to come here and you were going to do this meat suit existence, you committed to beating I can handle that. No big deal. I got it. I can do this. I got all the power in the world. I'm God. Remember? You feel that internal power in you. This is when you use it. When that thought comes up and you start beating yourself up because you've created this situation, you got to stop yourself and go, well, this situation is here because whatever her meat suit is going, her spirit's job is to take care of her.
Right.
Right? You're just the mom. You were there to give birth to, you were there to care for and to nurture to the point where her spirit didn't need you anymore. You get it? She's stronger than you give her credit for. And you not giving her that strength hurts you because her not being powerful weakens you. Do you see the downhill spiral? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I want you to stop it from going down. Stop it. Okay? You did not create this situation. You responded to a situation that was created by somebody else, right? And you responded with love, you responded with grace, you responded with honor and education and feeding and caring for. While the other one did absolutely nothing. You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, he didn't even, no child support. It's like, how many times did her birthday go by when he didn't even notice it?
Yeah, right? He was gone for 18 months. So yeah, and he didn't care.
Exactly. Right? But that's your perspective, right? Her perspective is that you kept him from her or you kept her from him. So you created that situation, right? So you get to own that. Yeah, you created that situation. You also did it for her best interest, right? And you would do it again. Wouldn't you? Right? Is there anything you would do differently? Absolutely not. Right? And even if you could go back and rewrite what is already written, right? You can't really. What you can do is go back and change how you feel about it. And the second that you start beating yourself up because of what you did to protect somebody else in their best interest, you follow that? You were being the good guy, and now you're grieved for being the good guy, and now you're kicking yourself because being the good guy didn't get you what you ultimately wanted. Do you see how you've gone right into your head about the whole situation? All right. So I want you to bring it down into yourself. First of all, remind you who we're talking about here. This girl is smarter than anybody you know. Yes?
She's pretty smart.
All right. She got a pretty good idea. You and Dave and her sister managed to give her a pretty good, solid idea who she is, where she is, and when she is. Yes? Right? You already know this because she went, screw you, I'm going anyway. And she's gone over there to live with Dad. Right? You also know that she is so stubborn that once she realizes that you were right all along, how long is she going to suffer through whatever it is she's suffering through before she decides she's going to change things again? Right? That's on her. So give it back to her and give her her grace. You get that? So you just got to keep reminding yourself, oh, no. Door's open. She can come home anytime. It's not going to be any different. It's not going to change because this is the way that we live here. She wants to come back. She's welcome all day, every day. But her spirit's going to take care of her, and she's going to be just fine. This girl is going to succeed. And I think that part of the sudden realization, like what was it that clicked that you went there? Was it because you got the notification of the Dave settlement and then you were sort of left in limbo waiting?
Well, he just got a letter a few days ago.
Right. But it's here.
And it was the board saying that they're liable for his medical bills, so. Perfect. Right. So now, but he was waiting because he hadn't heard anything. So, we don't know what's going on until we get something in the mail or a phone call from his lawyer or whatever. Right. It's usually a letter in the mail. Okay. So you feel the equivalency of that exact same energy, waiting for a shoe to drop for Dave as waiting for a shoe to drop for your daughter. There's no difference in the two energies. This is why reading tarot cards is so hard. Because if I don't know which energy you're most focused on, it's the same energy all over the place. Right. Right. So this is where's your efforts, and your energies need to not be on her and what's going on for her and how much you'd like to share with her. You need to be focused on what is actually going on in your space with you, with Dave. You got a celebration about to happen. That first, the first payments are going to start dropping in your there's probably going to be a larger than expected first deposit to make up for back pay, I would imagine. Yeah. We're hoping so, because he's brought it back up, I think it was like October. Mm-hmm. So if they owe him back pay from October, but the thing is, he had 3 injuries, and they tried to clump it all into one and say, well, we paid you for everything, but they didn't. Yeah. Yeah. And well, I don't know how it all. I don't know how it all works. But actuaries get paid to not pay out. Get it? Like we're playing poker with an insurance company. The second we buy insurance, we're paying the insurance company to say, I'm going to get sick, I'm going to get broken, you're going to pay my ass. And the insurance company says, you're going to pay me premiums, and I'm going to do everything in my power to never have to pay you. That's the game. That's the insurance game. Right? Yeah, and our healthcare in the States is horrible. I know. Well, at least when you get Medicare, it's decent Medicare. Right? See the silver lining here. At least you can get Medicare. Right? And worst case scenario, you are close enough to the border that you can drive across the border and go to a Canadian hospital, and they won't leave. They won't throw you out. They might send you a bill, but they won't throw you out. Whereas an American hospital go, what do you mean you don't have medical insurance? Get out of here. We can't help you, which I don't understand, but hi. He's been trying to fix our chainsaw, and it's just...
Be careful. This thing's dangerous, man. But this is so your practice here is right. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep your focus on, like here. I got a question for you. I got an absolute question for you based on this 9 of Wands that we've been playing with, coming in here to play for you, because this is your challenge, is to create. This is your wish. This is your go around, Holly. This ain't about her. It ain't about Dave. It ain't about your other daughter. It ain't about the cat, the dogs, the clematis. This is about Holly living Holly's best life. You get that?
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you is, what thought keeps playing in your head that has you allowing yourself to feel like you're on the outside looking in, when you are in the middle of such fantastic, wonderful, you got a family surrounding you of absolute love that is like overwhelming, right? The one upset in your life that you could have, how many times did you walk as your daughter? Watch this. Here's where the guilt comes from. You were having a fight with her while she was there in the house, and you were beside yourself, and she threatened to go live with her father, and your first thought was, well, go already, see if you like that any better. How many times did you have that thought?
Well, it would just get to the point where there wasn't anything else I could do.
Exactly.
No matter how much I loved her and how nice I was and just whatever, for her, she already had it in her mind, I'm going to go live with my dad.
Yep.
It didn't matter what I did.
Yes, and based on how she's behaved since that occurrence, right? Her ego self created the situation, set up the steps in path so that would happen. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So then none of this had anything to that was in play. I would go so far as to say before you even gave birth to the child.
Oh, probably.
Oh, sounds like he got the saw working.
Yeah, he did.
Right? Your job is to keep putting out those darts of desire, the things that you want to have happen in your life, while not be despairing over the concept that those arrows are not hitting where you want them to hit. Get it? You need to pride yourself in the love that you have for her and not guilt yourself because you can't give it to her the way you'd like to.
Right. Okay.
Catching the nuance here? This is where it is, right? You've got the every time you send that message, if your immediate thought is she's not going to respond to this one, what are you wishing for? See the nuance? Go up here, right? So, and it's not that your thought is going to change whether or not she's going to respond. The thought changes how you energetically feel about whether or not she responds. And that's what breaks you down. That's what tears you down. And that is where this is where the desperation feeling comes from. Because you're not getting what you want in spite of doing all the things that you think you need to do in order to get what you want. The trick is to not want what you do not have or cannot have in this sense, right? And so it's like, you know how you love your plants and you don't ever expect them to give you anything back, even when they do? Find that energy for her. You get what I'm pushing you towards? I want you to detach from the idea that she's ever going to respond or ever going to come back, and I want you to love and nurture her anyway. There's your practice for the week. right? And it'll blow you away. It may not change anything between you and her, but it will change everything within you, because you will feel comfort when you think of her, because you will have allowed yourself to allow her spirit to make sure she is comfortable. You see that? So any negative thoughts that you're having will detract from her going where you really want her. So it really becomes be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
All about your powerful energy, holding space for her powerful energy to find the right path in spite of you. And leave her there. Let her go. And detach from it, so that if it comes back, bonus, but if it doesn't take anything from you. Nuance is everything in this practice, my darling. It is so hard being estranged from a child. And I'll tell you what, it's almost a year now for you. 3 years for my son. Coming up. So it doesn't get any easier. What does get easier are the what if, maybe, I shoulda, I woulda, I coulda. All of that ceases to exist because you're allowed to be comfortable with the idea that they are taking care of themselves. Now, 3 years in, almost, my son is my son is good. He's twice your daughter's age. He's a grown man. He's got a job. He's got a car, the whole bit. He doesn't have anybody else taking care of him and finishing the raising. But know that your daughter is old enough and smart enough for none of the age thing doesn't matter. Get it? And if you can give her that grace, it opens a whole other door for you that has nothing to do with her. Because now you're not focused on what's she doing, how's she doing. You're not focused on whether or not she's okay. You think of her and you go, and you have a good feeling in yourself because you thought of her. You see the difference? And that's what you want to work towards with her. And that's where the spiritual practice creates the comfort, creates the ease of existence. Because at a spiritual level, you already know that she's just fine. You already know that her spirit, her God is taking care of her just as well as yours is taking care of you. See that? And if you can give yourself that grace, it's easy enough to share it with her. And it makes it easier for both of you. Because it opens that space and it fills yours, right? Do you feel the comfort that you can fill yourself with, knowing that she's being taken care of by her spirit? That same spirit that takes that same dragon melody that takes care of me is over there taking care of her. Do you get that? I love that smile on her face. Melody makes you feel. So that energy is taking care of her all day, every day. She's got a 150-foot golden dragon taking care of her. All right, stop worrying about it. Get it? Melody's daughter, she's good. Right? You want to worry about somebody, worry about him.
Sure.
Right? See? You can detach from him because of the love. Using the love as the power, as the anchor, if you will. I love her, therefore I know she's okay. You feel but you gotta every cell in your body needs to get on board for that belief. So you got to really believe that Melody is over there taking care of her, because she is, and that know that if and when she gets lost, broken, hurt, whatever, Melody's sitting there right inside of her, just as she is with me all day, every day. Right? She's got that with her all the time. So stop worrying about her like she's out in the wilderness, lost and alone, like Treva was last week, who discovered that she wasn't lost and alone, even though she was lost and alone. Right? You can't stop crying today. Crying is how the soul cleanses itself, Treva. Right? That your spirit is going to go through life trying to protect yourself, trying to keep yourself from being hurt by anything and everybody, and you will do what you do inside of your head to turn it so that I'm the reason that she doesn't want anything to do with me. She's not the reason she doesn't want anything to do with you, Holly. She signed on for this before she even stepped into this meat suit. Do you get it? You didn't create that situation. This is not something that popped out of the blue. This is a situation that one was created by your ex being who he is, what he is, his family being who they are, what they are, and how they go through life, and you being utterly the exact opposite. And not being able to, when you got old enough and smart enough inside of your own head to go, no, I can't live like this, and I am not going to make my daughters suffer to live like this either. And you got up and you walked out of there on your own 2 feet going, you had no idea what you were going to do, where you were going to do, or how you were going to get through this. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
But you were doing it anyway because you and your girls were way more important than what you were living in at that point. Right? So I need you to have that same sense of self-security and self-support, because you had it then, you've got it now. Only you've got it even more now, because now you've got extra support in that you've got Dave. Your older daughter is much older. She's almost a fully grown adult. Your oldest daughter is even like, you are doing such a great job here in spite of what you want to beat yourself up over. Stop it. You get me? Everything that is good in that you put there. And you've got to have faith that that is going to come back out at some point, because it will. So keep putting it out there, but do not let yourself feel guilty because it's not working. Okay. You're not putting it out there because you expect her to come back. You're putting it out there because you want her to know that you love her. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Be consciously aware of, what do I want her to hear from this message when you go to send that message?
Right.
Right? If it's about you, don't send that message. If it's about her, send that message. It's a tricky nuance, son. But like I said, it's only 1 year. When it's 3 years and you still feel the same way, I'm going to smack you upside your head for not coming to grips with the idea that her spirit's in charge of her. Got it? You got to stop beating yourself up over something you have no control over.
Right.
Right? Focus on the love, and anything else is unnecessary. Get it? If I said to you, if I turn around and I said, you know what? You're a horrible person, and that's why she's gone to live with him, right? Your ego self would be so mad at me, right? You'd want to punch me in the mouth for saying such a thing, wouldn't you? But you say it to yourself, won't you? Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. On Holy Spirit's behalf, I want to punch you in the mouth. Now knock it off. You get it?
Yeah.
You need to control the thoughts. The thoughts are not the power. The thoughts are the fear. The thoughts are the, I'm afraid. I am lost. I am broken. Right? I created this mess. You are the power. You are, she had to go there in order to become stronger. She's not over there becoming weaker. Do you get that?
Mm-hmm.
You understand that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You understand that when you have a better grasp of who you are from all directions, you are a stronger being, yeah? Right? To hold that.
Yeah, and that's like one of the hardest lessons, because you're like, oh, well, if I'm a good person, I should have a good life, and I shouldn't have struggles, and I shouldn't have blah, 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 blah.
I don't know
I
who told
shouldn't
you
have
that.
people not liking me or whatever. And that's, the more you read and the more you learn, it's like, that's what shapes you into being the person that you are. And
yeah, right. So, you know, we have the option of being the victim of our circumstances, or we can own our circumstances and try and do the best that we can with it. Right? So the alignment concept is all about you using your internal power so that you're not beating yourself up over something that has no bearing on this immediate moment. You realize that when you are beating yourself up, you look bad towards yourself because she's over there. She's not even thinking about you. You know this, right? So you are putting this effort and energy that encompasses you, depresses you, makes you sad, makes you want to cry. And they have no clue. She's over there sucking on a popsicle or playing in a sprinkler or walking a dog or whatever it is that tweenies do. Right? She's not thinking about you. Right? She's not. And the beauty of being her young age is that she might think about perhaps what she's lost, but you don't know that she's in a way more uncomfortable situation there than she ever was living with you guys where you were. You have no clue whether she is or she isn't, right?
mm-hmm.
So your task as someone who does care about her is to internally hold space for nothing to be anything but perfect for her. Otherwise, it's almost like you're praying for negativity to fall down on her head. And this is where your internal disconnect is coming from. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the more you think she's doing great. Did you ever get her final grades from the year?
Nothing.
Can you
I don't even know what school she's going to.
Oh my gosh. That's I don't
like
understand.
her dad, it was like in our thing that he was supposed to tell me what school she's going to so I could get her grades and everything, and he never did it. And yeah. So I don't know.
Well, your option is if you're actually interested, your other option is to go to the school board in her town, or you go back to a judge and demand the information. You're in. This is a rock and a hard place for you because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Right.
If you don't fight for her, you didn't love her enough. And if you do fight for her, you're being selfish. It has nothing to do with you. You just don't want her to have anything to do. So you can't win. You get that.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah, but you already knew that. So allowing yourself to ignore that fact that you didn't create this situation. This just happened because of the situation being what it is. This is the way that life has unfolded, right? You didn't create this. It's certainly not something you would choose to create, correct?
Right.
Right. So this is just an example of one of those. I like to, you how many times you hear me say this? Life is going to hand you shit. Right? You can make shit milkshakes, or you can rise above the shit and serve. Up to you how you want to go about it. The shit only exists if you acknowledge it. Yes, it's there. but I don't have to do anything with it. I can rise above it. Right? Or you could stay in the shit. You can stay in the shit all day, every day. You can eat it. You can smear it all over your body if you want to. Or you can rise above it and say, yes, that's the situation, but I don't have to even think about it because there's nothing I can do about it. And walk on and put your focus. It's like, you know how you put blinders on a horse or a cow to keep them from freaking out when you have to move them in and out of vehicles and shit? Same thing. Put blinders on yourself, and then you don't have to think about it. And when you do think about it, actively force yourself to make it a positive thought. And it's practice. It doesn't happen immediately, honey. And like I said, it doesn't hurt any less 3 years in than it does on the first day. So you have to find a way to give yourself back your comfort, because you're no less comfortable today than you were on the day before she left. But you are, right? Look at your comfortable home space and how much beauty has come into your family now that you're not all tearing each other down.
Right.
Right. Focus on that. That's where you want your focus. You want your focus. You want to focus on the fact that, oh, wait, hey, look, communication. We've actually got communication going on with the family. We've got love happening here. We're not at loggerheads. We're not fighting. We're not ripping at each other. We're not walking around stomping feet all over the house, left, right, and center, right? None of that is going on anymore. It's a completely different environment, right? But, and here is the key to your own existence, is it is what it is, right? You can create what you think. You can create what you do. You cannot create the results. Those just happen. You get it? And so your choice has to be to allow the shit to be there, right? If you got to do something, then you do something. But beating yourself up should not be the option.
Yeah, I have to go. I have to go pick Bella up. She had to take a test. One of those stupid New York mandatory Regents exams at the end of the year during the summer when the kids are just thinking about going outside. And
of course,
but she's working. She has her first job.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah, she's cleaning. Like she works at she's been cleaning like concert halls and Airbnbs and stuff with her friend.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, she's gonna get to watch Harry Connick Jr. and Kenny G and I forgot who else.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Winona Judd is with I think Melissa Etheridge or something.
Oh, I love Melissa Etheridge.
Because she will be working there, she gets to go to the shows for free.
I'm jealous. I always wanted to work at the stadium, but I never did. Never ever applied. I don't know why not, because I would have loved to do that for a job. But yeah, that's how fun for her.
Yeah.
See how much fun
I can't afford to take her to a concert, but now she gets to go for free. So
hey, see, the world works in mysterious ways, and it answers our prayers exactly the way that we need them to come, right? It's I don't know, man. I say all the time, we create our existence, and we create it in how we feel about it, right? So she's over there managing to create this. I bet you she comes home from work feeling just as wrecked from working as everybody else on the planet. She doesn't come home from work going, "Oh man, it was the best concert I ever saw." She's not watching the concert. She's watching.
Oh no, she comes home bone tired, and she's like, "My back hurts, and my hip hurts, and my leg hurts, and my arms hurt, and blah blah." You know.
Yeah.
I'm like, well.
Yeah, but she's having the time of her life, and she's loving her job.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's how it is. Like when we put our focus on the aching back and the oh, my knee is killing me, right? It gives more power to the hurting knee or the hurting back. You see that? Whereas if we can occupy ourselves with doing something else, it takes our mind off of the constant pain or anxiety or whatever. So it's the same thing. There's just going through your existence, choosing where to put your focus, right? And when you put the focus with as much love, not only for yourself, but for the other, as you can possibly put into it. And it just makes it so much easier, right? I mean, surely you're using this to ease the suffering that you've got to be going through this past year.
Yeah.
Right? It's a personal commitment, right? So it's just, but it's going to keep coming back. I'm going to let you go so you're not late.
Okay.
Have a great day. I hope Bella did great on her exam.
Yeah, she probably didn't, but.
Well, understand that Bella also has a 150-foot golden dragon taking care of her sorry ass too.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does, right?
Hers,
And
hers is probably glittery and
rainbow color.
tie-dyed.
Tie-dyed. Oh, I see a tie-dyed dragon. That's cool. I'm gonna have to crochet it. I'll crochet it and then take it apart, and then or maybe I'll crochet it with rainbow yarn or something. That's hilarious. No, but you catch my mean. We're giggling, we're laughing here, but you catch my meaning. If you put your power into the negativity will gain more power. So,
yeah,
focus
definitely
on positivity. All righty. I'm gonna let you go. I got Ninja Mama Bear waiting up.
Okay. All righty.
Have a great week. And
you too.
And we'll see you next week. And congratulate Dave on finally getting that damn settlement. Hopefully you'll have it before next Tuesday.
I hope so. I'd be thrilled to tell you that we got some cash.
Dude, this card tells me it's already on its way.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be too surprised to hear that you've got it already. I expect you to send me a note. Go, oh, Dave just got his settlement. Right? You're either going to get a check or auto deposit.
Okay.
No, that was a question.
It would probably, I think it would be a check. That's how he got his last one.
Okay. Yeah. So somebody probably take him a couple of days to do the settlement based on the judge's declaration, and then the check would maybe take another day to get certified. You found out what, 3 days ago? So yeah, by next Tuesday.
I think it might have been Saturday.
Okay. So
I think it was like Friday.
Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles says it'll be here before you know it. That'd be good for you.
Yeah.
But, hey, extra money is always better than no money.
Definitely. I've lived in the no money long enough.
Right? Like this, I have lived in poverty enough in my lifetime to know that wealthy is better. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, my darling. All right, we're gonna go wait for Ninja Mama, who's sitting here waiting. You have a great week, and I love to see that. So you light up so nicely when you're in a good mood. She's gone already. Love to you guys. You are listening to. We're on a short time for the day. This is crazy. Just talking my ass off this morning. All right, Ninja Mama is gonna have me read for her in the chat this morning. How you doing, sweetheart? Ooh, look at these jumpers. Look at this. What do I get? 10 of Wands, 2 of Cups, and that Chariot. Oh boy, what do you got to put together? That's what two things are you trying to put together that are being tricky? Is this all about? Did you find an apartment that might work and you don't know how to make it happen for you, or are you just still? This is a 10. This is not a 9. This is the 10. You're still waiting for a place. Well, keep waiting. So how do you switch the energy? You need to get. See, it's creativity still coming up here. Creativity. I don't know. Did you go door to door? Did you talk to all the kids' friends? So this is try something new, and then I get the 6 of Cups. So there's this partnership thing going on. Did you you've posted to groups? Oh, there is enough. Oh, you did find one, but it's only a 2-bedroom. How many bedrooms do you need? I mean, one for you and the hubby, but how many bedrooms do you actually need? Da, 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 da. This is, I see you going. This is, you actually need 3. You need 3 because the kids don't want to share rooms, right? What? Okay, let's you try this. What if you, here's creativity for you. What if you were to take like a room in the house that's supposed to be an ordinary room and set it up in such a way so that it was your bedroom and the kids each had their own room? So that you're creating a 3rd bedroom out of a room that was never supposed to be a bedroom in the beginning. Then would the 3 bedrooms work? You know, room dividers. Dude, I got everything coming together here on these cards. You just gotta, you're almost there. Here's the creativity. Does it have a garden? You were gonna turn the garage into a room, but that works. Then go sign the papers. Look at that. Right? Look, I got happy you signing papers. It's attached. See? There you go. And it's and the kids can share rooms too, right? This is creativity is your friend here. But I get you guys celebrating. Are you pregnant again? I got the sun here and the baby jumping out at me. Are you pregnant again? Do. And if you're not pregnant, what's going on with the baby? Why is the baby jumping out my cards this morning? Why is the baby jumping out of my cards this morning? What's going on there? What is going on? Oh, the testing is today. Okay. All right. Dude, I got the sun for him. And this is, you just heard me tell, this is, you gotta hold space for how the hell do you say this? He is not, his diagnosis, you're 3 days late. You're 3 days late. This is great. Okay, so you're all wrapped up in the testing for the baby and you're 3 days late. Like, dude, you're gonna make me go into pregnancy testing, for heaven's sakes. Okay, so Jesus, are you fertile or what? Oh my God, woman. Yeah. This is I either got you moving into a new house or something new, but I mean, you got new stuff coming up all over the place. You got a new baby already in the house who's not that old yet. And here, this potential new baby, at least you're thinking, oh my God, am I pregnant again? Right? Oh, I know it's good. I can see you. I got you with 6 kids, babe. Six altogether. So, you figure that one out. I can't see you being happy with less than a baseball team, frankly. But there it is. He's going to be still a little baby. He's just a toddler, just a little dude. He's barely even knows that he's a person yet. He's just starting to know that he's a person. It's testing your boundaries, running circles around you, I bet, because, toddlers be like that. But, so here comes the next baby. How many have you got currently? You 4 right now? How many kids you got currently? 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 in this card, babe. He's funny. All 2-year-olds. Show me a 2-year-old who isn't funny. Oh my God. And then, oh, wait until he's 4. There's going to be so full of questions, the most ridiculous. I met this young fella yesterday. He's maybe about 8 years old. He's on the deck and he's fishing. The questions this kid had, most people don't ask questions like that. Just had crazy questions about us swimming and wanted to know everything about it. And his older son from the other marriage. There you go, right? So yeah, so there's a possibility for 2 more here, darling. Anyway, baby in arms is worth more than all 5 that are potential, though, right? So yeah, so whether this is a pregnancy or this is just you holding space for all the babies, this is obviously coming up. But you know, you've got the medium said twins. Now you know why I don't do pregnancies. Girl, you're gonna have to be super creative if this is twins. Oh, if I got this deuce and this 6 of cups here because you are carrying twins, we are gonna have a conversation with the universe about me and pregnancy readings, because that is insanity. Talk about. Oh my God. I am not a medium, you guys. I am a psychic tarot reader, and my psychic doesn't work without the tarot cards very well. So, you know, maybe it will when I'm 20 years older than I am. But right now, no, I need the cards to do the psychic thing. But for real, man, oh, look at this. You couldn't get a fuller, happier household if you tried. This is, you know, you know, you can afford this 2-bedroom place. You can work around the 2-bedroom place. It only needs to be a short period of time. If you got 2 more kids, literally got 2 more kids coming into your future, this is a jumping off place. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Careful what you wish for, guys. Careful what you wish for. I got the Eurofund coming out here. This is the chaos. Careful what you wish for. The chaos that we bring upon ourselves while trying to make sure everything runs according to schedule will be the death of us. Is the message I'm getting from this card, my dear. Your task is to take the chaos, take the opportunities, and work with them. You are currently on a month-to-month, right? Yes, you're on a month-to-month in the hopes of getting a bigger place with enough bedrooms, right? Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Is the lease a month-to-month, Ninja Mama? Did I lose you? Oh, it is. It is. So you're on a month-to-month. So you are in the fortunate position that when that 3, possibly 4-bedroom place comes up with a garden, that you're available to sign the papers. You're looking in the area closer to the school where you're going to be. Yes. Right. So you want to keep your focus on what is, not what might be. Especially in this particular case. Good God, with the babies, right? Understand, we already established that in spite of not wanting any more children, we're going to be perfectly happy if we have more children. So, you know, either he's going to have to start wearing a glove, or he's going to have to get on board with the idea that there's more babies coming, because you as fertile as they come. And if he doesn't get that, bring him in here and I'll smack him upside his head. But this, I got 2 more coming for you guys. And you may have 1, if not both of them in your belly at this moment. Let me know how it goes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. He's the guy just got the 9 of Wands jumping. He's not going to stop. You're going to cut. Who's getting? You're getting. No. You dare cut those. Get his cut. It's much simpler and it's reversible. I take it all. Now you say that now. You do no. Instant No, you lose so much when you lose your hormones. Forget about it. I mean, as insane as my hormones are at this point in my lifetime, you want to keep them all. You can do it through your C-section. Oh, you have one C-section. You have to have them. Did you get a horizontal cut? Because those they were threatening to give me a C-section with my first, and did a bit of research. And if you cut vertically, it doesn't cut your psoas in half. Foolish man. It's lucky that women can walk after a freaking C-section sometimes. Ay. Right. All horizontal. See, I don't understand that horizontal cut. That is so difficult to recover from. It's a wonder that women, they do that. It's a wonder that some women even get up and walk after a horizontal cut like that. They could cut just like that, part the muscles like this. The muscles run this way. I don't get it. You've had 4 C-sections. I can't imagine. Anyway, it's too late. Now you've got the scar and so much hanging skin. Tell me about hanging skin. Dude, get to be my age. We'll talk about hanging skin, okay? I swear to God, every extra ounce you ever carried in your life, it comes back to haunt you when you're 60. And it's like a birthday gift. Oh, you're 60? Here you go. Merry Christmas. Well, if your birthday's at Christmas, something like that. All righty. What else can I tell you? Everything's going great between you and hubby, though. Look at this. IWK is calling at 1. It's your son's intake. Ooh. Look at this. Are you guys doing that date night that I told you guys to start doing? I know you're obviously doing the date night thing, but are you taking time together for just the two of you with no children around, like not after bedtime, like while children are awake? Are you doing something where the kids see their parents being lovers, we're going out on a date? Do they see that? Are your kids seeing that? Because you need to do this. I want to see you and hubby doing more dancing together. Do you get this? This is key. In the evenings, I need the kids seeing it. I don't want you waiting until the kids are in the beds. I want the kids seeing what a loving couple looks like so that they know growing up what a loving couple looks like. Does this make sense to you? Okay. I want them to see this passion that you two have for each other, because it's not enough for them to just go through life thinking, it's just making babies, because you and I know it's not. They need to see this magic that you two feel towards each other. Does that make sense to you? I don't know why it's telling me to tell you this, but here it is. This is this. So if he's not as into the relationship, tell him to start leading the dance, dude. Otherwise, you lead the dance a little bit. But I want to see you guys dancing more together, okay? Maybe there's a wedding coming up. And don't worry about shit that happened before. If it's over, if it's done, change how you feel about it. Worry about today and worry about tomorrow. All right? When you two were sitting there talking, when you are talking about what's going on with your family and what you're going to do and where you're going to go, I want you in alignment with each other about what you both want to do and what you both want to go. If you are going to settle, like on the apartment, I want you to settle together because you're going to get through it together. You know what I mean? Yeah, I knew. Well, that's the hard part. He can't leave the house. Well, you know what I mean, right? You got to figure out, in spite of what's not working, how to make the right stuff work. And this is key. You know, this is key. This is what gets him through every day, all of what he deals with on a daily basis that you can't carry for him. He gets energy from this dance with you that helps him carry it. Yeah, you get it. And I don't know why you're on the outside looking in, what you're looking at, or what you, the woulda, shoulda, couldas, if onlys, the, you know, I want you to, if you get this apartment, you can keep looking until you find the next apartment. If you're going to be on a month-to-month lease, but if you're going to take a 1-year lease, I wouldn't be settling. Does this make sense? But I would keep a close eye on who are these thugs. Is this the landlord that you want to get out of? Right? This is key. Settling will get you away from the landlord. Priorities. Discuss them with him together. Do the dance. Melody's got your back. Look at that. Princess of Wands coming up just like that. Melody's got your back, darling. Right? Yeah, so you guys got to do the dance together. Find the place. If it means settling and sleeping in a garage, sleep in the garage. What do you care? I'm sleeping in a storage room. It can't be that bad, can it? You know, I mean, unless it smells like oil and gasoline, in which case, you know, maybe you need to sterilize the place first. But yeah, but work together on this. Get doing the dance. I want the kids seeing you two functioning as a unit, as a, you know, as the rents, not just, oh, mom and dad. I want them seeing you two as a, you know, and if one of you ends up in a situation where you get a thing going, I want the other of you coming up and getting each other's backs. Go, don't talk to your mother like that. But she's wrong. I don't care. You don't talk to your mother like that, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like you two, because you know what? Those kids aren't going to be there forever, but you two are. And what you two got together, as far as these cards are saying, you two got together, is capable of really, really lasting a really, really solid long time. But you got to keep putting together what you're putting together, and don't let yourselves run parallel, especially with what he's physically going through, because I know how hard that is, especially if you're dealing with chronic pain and you can't get past chronic pain. That's a big deal. That's a really, really big, it is chronic pain, one of his issues. Yeah. If it's not, whatever his issue is, right? You got to share your issues. Sometimes you end up in a screaming match going, what the hell is the matter with you? You know? But you got to, the communication is everything, and the two of you on the same path, because in spite of your kids, you two are going to be together for as long as this takes. So make sure you keep doing the dance. And the dance includes treating each other like you are the most important person to each other in your lifetimes. Oh, it's the sun is with the disability. Right. Okay. So yeah. So you gotta, so that, yeah, that's what the he's your little best friend. He's adorable. You gotta keep treating that disability like a challenge. It's not a brick wall. It's something that is part of him. He doesn't get to take it off. He gets to carry that with him his whole life, right? You gotta treat it like in a way that it's part of him, but he's better. It's not all of him, but it's something that he gets to deal with or master or control, or however you want to deal with it. But if it's a negative, parts of him can't be negative. You get it? So, and that's part of the dance. He's got to come to the table too. He's probably way more comfortable with his disability than you are, isn't he? I don't even need to ask. And you are petrified of what's going to come from the tests, right? You gotta stop treating it like it's something to deal. He's doing fabulous because it's just him, right? He understands that this is just part of him. So you gotta create, you and hubby and all the other kids gotta stop treating him like he's got something special about him or something broken about him, because he doesn't. You get it? I mean, yes, he's got this thing that he's got to deal with because it's him, but that can't be what makes him special. He is special. You see the dance? And he needs to be aware that he's not special because you all see him as a disability. He's special because he's special. And the same, all of you are special. right? He especially hates it because he doesn't know any different. He is who he is on the inside. So if you treat him like he's broken or special or delicate or any of those things, you're holding space for him to be all of those things. You get it? And he recognizes that because he doesn't feel any of that. He's going to grow up and be one of those comedians, right? So I saw two comedians, saw a clip. Oh my God, it's 12:05, honey. I'm way over time today. I'll quickly do this clip and then I'll say goodbye to everybody. This has just been a day of tech issues, so apologies to everybody. These two comedians, and the one had paraplegic, maybe quadriplegic, in a chair, but electric chair, so obviously not able to drive. Although if I'm lazy enough that if I couldn't use my legs, my chair would be electric from the get-go. There'd be none of this pushing wheels. And he's deaf, and so they're talking to each other, and he says something to her, and she says, oh yeah, and she reaches over and says, I'll fix you, and he flips off the electric wheelchair. So you had to see it. It was funny. But the point being that if you raise the child all about their disability, then the child feels unseen. And so you're, especially as he gets older, you guys need to be able to look at him and go, oh, what, you're going to use that as a crutch? You're going to use that as oh, you're not good enough because you have that? Give us a break. Come on. We know you're better than that. We know you're bigger than that. So don't give him that to fall back on. Anyway, so I don't know how that is playing out, but that is, especially with the tests going on today. All right. I want you to treat it like it's just something. It's just a something. And that's important, right? Because we are all our stories, and the story gets written. He's writing this story with this disability way better than you are, right? So let him write it and live it the way he lives it, because he doesn't see it as a disability, because he doesn't know what it's not to be otherly abled. Get it? And that's you will all appreciate that, because it will you'll stop. You're not doing the eggshell walking, right? You're not walking around him like he's delicate or made of tissue paper, right? You're treating him like a real human being, which is all that he wants. He wants to be one of the family. He wants to be just as important and just as special as everybody else. He doesn't want to be up on a pedestal because he's got some disability that nobody else has, right? So that's the dance. This is the dance that we get to go. So it's going like, how do I ignore my son's disability? I'm not asking you to ignore it. I'm asking you to acknowledge it and give it no more power than he will allow it to have over him. And that's the difference, my darling. All right, it's 12:08. I'm way over time this morning. Apologies for all the lateness this morning, and apologies for those of you who came in late listening for the audio podcast. You have been listening to the Architecture of Alignment. I am using tarot cards. These are free tarot card readings. I'm here every Tuesday from 9 a.m. till noon, although next Tuesday, which is the end of June and the day before Canada Day, I will not be here, and I will do a rebroadcast on that day just so you have something to watch, but I'll have it set up so you'll be able to tell that it's a rebroadcast. Thank you all for coming in today. My apologies for running overtime. I hope you all have a blessed life and create the best life that you possibly can. And you come back here and we will see you again next Tuesday. Again, this has been the Architecture of Alignment. Live your best life because nobody else can live it for you. And have a great week.